ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Prescott Valley, Arizona, home of the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. We're coming to you live from Bob Pavlich Field here in Prescott Valley. It's the crosstown showdown between the Prescott Badgers and the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. James Spooby coming to you live alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Parker Garash. Parker, this should be an exciting one tonight, and it should be a really good game out here on Bob Pavlich Field.
Yeah, absolutely. This is, of course, a rivalry game. Huge implications for the 4A Conference State playoff race. But I think just with the crowd atmosphere and everything going into tonight, it's going to be a good one for sure.
I am excited for this game. We've heard about this matchup for a number of years. Being a broadcaster for the Northern Arizona Wranglers, we've been trying to get over here for a few years now, and I'm glad we're finally here tonight. Prescott comes in with a record of 6-1. Bradshaw checking in at 5-2 so far in the season. And one of the guys I'm really excited to see tonight is from the Prescott Badgers, Mr. Uriah Tenet.
Yeah, he is an absolute stud in two sports, basketball and football, carrying this team right now. He's got 8 rushing touchdowns, 13 passing, over 1,300 yards of passing as well. So he's an absolute stud that Bradshaw Mountain is going to have to control tonight if they want to get the win.
The Prescott Badgers going to have their hands full on defense as they've got to try to stymie this wing T offense from Bradshaw Mountain, and they like to keep the thing between the tackles, Parker.
Yeah, you could say that. They rely heavy on the run game right now, having 17 rushing touchdowns on the season so far. They have a lot of weapons they can go to outside of Uriah. They got guys like Josiah Peoples and the running back duo as well. So it's going to be a good one. I really can't wait for this. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is going to be a star-studded event here tonight on Bob Pavlich Field as the Prescott Badgers take on the home Bradshaw Mountain Bears. Bradshaw Mountain has won 3 out of the last 4 games, and this is the 33rd edition of the Crosstown Showdown. That's going to be fun tonight.
Yeah, Bradshaw Mountain coming in 3 straight wins so far. They want to keep this going for as long as they can. I think the home field advantage. I heard they had a huge pep rally here today, earlier this morning, with almost 1,200 students, I think they said. So I think just the home field is going to play a big factor. But again, Prescott is close, and they got a ton of fans here already with about 20 minutes to go till kickoff.
One thing I know we're loving up here tonight is the cooler weather up here in Prescott Valley, Arizona. If you've never been up here, do yourself a favor and make a trip up the hill, as we call it here, as it's absolutely glorious out tonight. Temperature right now in the low 70s, and we should be in the low 60s by the time fourth quarter rolls around here in just a couple hours from now. We'll step aside, take a brief commercial timeout, and when we return, we will visit with the head coach of the Prescott Badgers, Mr. Cody Collette, joins us after the break. You're watching the Thursday Night Kickoff pregame show live here on Arizona CW7. Come on back. Oh. Seriously? Okay, brother. Appreciate it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
You know, in the time it took me to get this coffee, there was most likely a serious car accident here in the Valley. I'm attorney Fred Thomas. I grew up in the Valley. I've been helping injured people in the Valley for almost 20 years.
If you're injured, contact an attorney that, like you, calls the Valley home. And, like with so many others, will get you the compensation for your pain.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, call me, and I'll get you the compensation you deserve.
If you're injured, call Thomas Law.
I worked for 25 years as a nurse. I paid into Social Security every month. Now that I'm retired, I need that money for groceries and bills. But the way Trump is talking about cutting Social Security, it's crazy. Cutting Social Security is like giving the middle finger to the middle class. Kamala Harris will protect Social Security, not cut it.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Field here in Prescott Valley, Arizona. James Spooby coming to you live alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Parker Garash. We're ready for the 33rd edition of the Crosstown Showdown. Coach Bob Young for Bradshaw Mountain, been coaching here in the state of Arizona for 29 years, spent a lot of time at Mingus High School, and he's out here at Bradshaw Mountain now for a few years now, and he's really been able to put his stamp on this Bears program.
Yeah, had a lot of success so far, it seems like, with this Bears program as well. But when you're able to really contend in the 4A conference, you're only one game out of one on those top spots right now. So if they can get a win tonight and continue on with their tough schedule ahead, they're going to be a deep threat for a far run in the state playoff race.
It's a big-time rivalry out here in the Crosstown Showdown. We mentioned it earlier. Bradshaw Mountain has won 3 out of the last 4 meetings, and 5 of their total wins in this rivalry series have come on the road at Prescott. So you never know what's going to happen here tonight. It should be a fantastic ball game. Earlier today, Brad Perry from CW7 Arizona was out here with the pep rally. They had a magnificent time. You mentioned it earlier, Parker. 1,200 students turning out for the pep rally this morning, and we're going to get a look at that here in just a minute. That must have been a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, 1,200 students is a lot of students, so that fills, I'm sure, the stands up pretty much. But great to see the whole community come out and all the students come out, so definitely a great show for them.
No doubt about it. We'll take a brief commercial timeout, and when we return, we'll visit with the head coach of the Prescott Badgers, Mr. Cody Collette, joins us after a brief timeout. Stay with us. More of the pregame show coming right up.
If this is your wreck, you need a check. If this is your wreck, you definitely need a check. Hurt in a wreck? Need a check? We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
I started working at a bakery when I was 16, so I paid into Social Security and Medicare for over 50 years. And I earned it. My husband and I depend on it to get by. But Carrie Lake would risk our benefits just to give tax cuts to the billionaires? That is ridiculous. You know what? She doesn't care about people like us. Carrie Lake will say or do anything to help herself.
Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
Hello, everybody. I'm Eric Bryan, the owner of Precision Air and Plumbing. Is the AC in your home broken and in need of repair? Our team is here to get you up and running fast. Precision is the #1 ranked AC company in the state for more than a decade because we live by our core values of integrity, quality, and trust. Our technicians are the highest certified techs in the Valley. So for AC service and repair, make the Precision decision. Call us today at 602-FIX-MY-AC.
I'm a lifelong Republican, and I voted for Trump twice, but I can't do it again. Trump wants a national sales tax on imported goods. It'll make everything more expensive for regular people, all while giving tax breaks to billionaires.
You're rich as hell. We're going to give you tax cuts?
Kamala Harris is for regular people. She wants a tax cut for 100 million Americans, so we keep more of our hard-earned money. I'm a proud Republican, but this year, I'm voting for Kamala Harris.
FF Pack is responsible for the content of this ad.
In a wreck, need a check.
In a wreck?
Need a check.
In a wreck? Need a check. Hurt in a wreck and need a check? We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Bradshaw Mountain High School here in Prescott Valley, Arizona. I'm pleased to be joined now by head coach Cody Collette of the Prescott Badgers. Coach, what is your team's mood and thoughts here just about 20 minutes before we kick this thing off?
Guys are excited to play a tremendous opponent. Bob Young always has a great team. Bradshaw has a tremendous team. This game's always a lot of fun. Our guys are excited about it. The crowd's filling up, and it's Friday night or Thursday night lights. So what more could you ask for?
Absolutely right. A big-time rivalry game here. Bradshaw Mountain has got the win the last 3 in a row. What's it going to take for you guys to get over the hump and secure that trophy once again for the Prescott Badgers?
We got to put them in bad yardage situations. They do such a good job running the ball. If they stay on schedule, it makes it very difficult to stop them. And we have to be able to not turn the football over and be explosive in our offense. And we have some weapons. We feel like they can do that. But that's against an outstanding opponent. We're really excited for the opportunity to play.
How are the Bradshaw Mountain Bears defense going to be able to contain your quarterback, Uriah Tenet?
Well, I mean, I they'll have a good plan. I know Coach Young will always have a solid plan. Uriah does some things on the fly that are really impressive, and I'm certainly hoping he can do that again tonight.
How is your defense prepared this week for that vaunted wing tee that they run here at Bradshaw Mountain?
You really have to explode your feet during tackles. You have to understand that if they get 3-4 yards, they're on schedule. So it's a tremendous challenge, no question about it. We have to try to find a ways to get them in long yardage situations.
Coach, we're excited for the game. Thank you for your time. I'll let you get back to your team. Good luck tonight, and we will see you again very soon. Thank you so much. Coach Cody Collette right there from the Prescott Badgers joining us here on the Thursday night kickoff pregame show. When we return from the break, we'll have a special from the gentleman over at Sports 360 AZ. Stay with us. More of the pregame show coming up next right here from Prescott Valley, Arizona. Stay with us.
Donald Trump intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations, to cut Social Security and Medicare, to impose what is in effect a national sales tax. When I am president, I will bring down the cost of groceries. My tax plan will give 100 million more Americans a tax cut. And unlike Donald Trump, I will always put the middle class and working families first.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Across the green desert to where the mountains touch the sky. This is Sanderson Ford Country, where Arizona's pride. Sanderson Ford Country, built on serving you. Sanderson Ford, satisfaction in all vital things. Where Arizona's pride. Sanderson Ford.
Recognize that guy? One of those desperately hungry personal injury attorneys. You know, the kind that wants more than his fair share of your settlement? Get another attorney.
At Gerber Injury Law, they know you want the most from your settlement. So be careful of the monster law firms that want to eat most of it for themselves.
You can leave now. Shoot.
If you've been injured, call Gerber Injury Law. Get the most for your settlement and keep the monsters away.
I've been a rookie a few times in my life, but this time it's with Medicare. So I'm going to call Cigna Healthcare, get some wisdom from them.
Wondering which Medicare plan is right for you? Call Cigna Healthcare now at 855-956-1897. Looking for low monthly premiums? With Medicare Advantage from Cigna Healthcare, they're as low as $0. Copays for many prescription drugs are as low as $0 too. You can even increase your Social Security check with a plan that helps cover your Part B premium. Plus, you'll enjoy lots of additional benefits, like coverage for preventive and comprehensive dental services. Call now and you'll receive our free Medicare Advantage Decision Guide. It includes a benefit summary, questions to ask before choosing a plan, and more. Open enrollment ends December 7th. So call 855-956-1897 now. Whether you're a Medicare rookie or looking to switch plans, it's easy to see how much you get with Medicare Advantage from Cigna Healthcare.
As the weather begins to change in Arizona, a jacket might keep you warm, but if you're a quarterback facing Marana's defense, even a brick wall will have trouble helping you out. They've produced over 23 sacks so far this year and have held opponents to just 10 points per game.
It's that weight room. Coach Stu, he tells us every day we need to get in that weight room. When we're overpowering everybody, getting through, we work our moves every day. We just have so much talent on our team. Our corners, our D-line, our linebackers, we're just all solid around. We work every day. Every day, we don't miss a day in the weight room.
They're getting 3-and-out stops, and they're giving us more opportunities. You know, a lot of teams only get so many opportunities on offense, and our defense is giving us extra opportunities by getting turnovers, getting sacks, sack fumbles, and causing more turnovers. So in the playoffs, that weight room is going to come into effect when people start to wear down and get tired, and the weight room has been keeping us healthy. So the weight room is very key for us to continue to win week in and week out.
And while I'm giving the defense a ton of well-deserved love, the dynamic offense is putting up over 460 total yards and 6 touchdowns per game so far.
Everyone was questioning our O-line,
going into this season, but I think our O-line stepped up in a big way this season, and our offense has been electric, and we just got to keep it up.
It took them 60 years to get there. We're 6 games away. I don't think y'all feeling my shift right here, man. It gives me goosebumps thinking how close we are. I always tell the boys, this didn't start this year. This started 4 years ago when I took the head coaching job. And those kids came in as freshmen, man. We've been building this program for 4 years now, and I think now everybody in Arizona is taking notice of what we've been doing down there in Little Marana. So I'm proud of these guys. The experience week to week has just been fun. Just watching these guys grow throughout the season and watching these freshmen, now seniors, grow as men. So it's been a real fun season.
Colton Meyer has been everything this team has needed and more at quarterback. It helps that he's cousins with the Bourget brothers, too. Trenton at Arizona State and Trayson at BYU.
I'm always with them in the offseason. We're working, and it's just great having them as just minds. I could go to them whenever I need help or have a question, so it's just been great. The mindset of my cousin Trenton, he has a great mind. I think so. He's been in college for like 5 years, so he just knows every defense, every position, so I revert to the things that they told me, and it helps.
And of course, they're proud of where they're ranked, but it isn't front of mind.
But I told him when the rankings came out and who's number 1, I did tell him, hey, you should be proud of yourself. Like I told him, this ain't nothing that started yesterday. This started 4 years ago. We've been building to this, and for Arizona to recognize us as the number 1 team in the state just shows the work we've been doing down there, and I'm proud of them. And they'll be able to go tell their friends and family, hey, we was the number 1 team in the state when I was in high school at a point. So it's good for them, and then just keeping them focused. Like I said, our motto is to go 1-0 each week, let's not look too far ahead. Let's focus on what we have in front of us and just keep going 1-0 each week.
Ever since the first week, we always said this is the team. This is the team. We have everything. We have great coaches. We have all the pieces, and we just think that this is the team.
Undefeated is pretty sweet, but can you take the success into the postseason? We'll find out together. For Sports 360 AZ, I'm Eliav Gabay.
Football has been wonderful for our family. I have 3 sons. They're all grown men now. It taught them the life lessons that they'll carry through their whole lives. We've had so many great experiences, and it's taught us so much. I'd recommend it without a second guess. But you can't be afraid because they might get hurt. I just love the game. I love to watch the game. I'm Pam Martin, and I'm a football mom.
He's a doctor, not a politician. In Arizona, Amish Shah stopped an extreme abortion ban. In Congress, Amish Shah will fight to restore the right to an abortion. Dr. Amish Shah for Arizona. Project 218 is responsible for the content of this ad.
Here are recent 5-star reviews from Spencer's TV and Appliance.
When you walk into Spencer's, someone always greets you, they have a smile, and you're treated like royalty.
Highly recommend Spencer's. They're amazing.
Spencer's is Arizona's choice for guaranteed lower prices, next day delivery, and with over 30,000 5-star reviews and more every day. It really is the only place to buy. Spencer's and Whirlpool are like having a friend in the business.
At Hastings & Hastings, we are the discount accident lawyers. I can't for the life of me understand why anyone would hire lawyers who charge 1/3 or more to handle your accident case. That's too much. Our discount fee puts more money in your pocket. At Hastings & Hastings, we'll fight harder than anyone, and we'll match our 45 years experience to anyone. Hastings & Hastings, more money, more service, more experience. You can sign by phone, on the web, or at any one of our 11 beautiful offices.
I'm a lifelong Republican, and I voted for Trump twice, but I can't do it again. Trump wants a national sales tax on imported goods. It'll make everything more expensive for regular people, all while giving tax breaks to billionaires.
You're rich as hell. We're going to give you tax cuts?
Kamala Harris is for regular people. She wants a tax cut for 100 million Americans, so we keep more of our hard-earned money. I'm a proud Republican, but this year, I'm voting for Kamala Harris.
FF Pack is responsible for the content of this ad.
Do you know when you realize you made a horrible mistake and got stuck with the wrong injury lawyer? When it's too late. Hi, I'm Mark Breyer.
And I'm Alexis Breyer. We're the husband and wife law team. You can protect your rights by asking the right questions. When was the last time the leaders of the firm went to trial? And why does their fee go up if they have to file suit after an unfair offer?
That's right, Alexis, but we know those firms don't want you asking those questions, and they're not going to answer them. They're going to dance around it. Do your research after a serious injury. Call the husband and wife law team first.
He's He's a doctor, not a politician. In Arizona, Amish Shaw stopped an extreme abortion ban. In Congress, Amish Shaw will fight to restore the right to an abortion. Dr. Amish Shaw for Arizona. Project 218 is responsible for the content of this ad.
It's James has been calling it Crosstown.
We welcome you back to Prescott Valley, Arizona. The Crosstown Showdown coming up here live on CW7 Arizona from Bob Pavlich Field on the campus of Bradshaw Mountain High School. A massive pep rally out here this morning with Mr. Brad Perry leading the charge, and now we're about ready for kickoff here in a storied rivalry game. It's the 33rd edition of the Crosstown Showdown, Parker.
Going to be an absolute battle between these two teams. Prescott leads the all-time series 23-9 so far through these, this could be the 31st, so the 32 meetings they've had so far. But as you can see there in the 4A Grand Canyon division, top two teams, so it's going to be a really fun one to see who can come out on top.
Prescott in first place in the 4A Grand Canyon at 6-1. Bradshaw Mountain right on their heels, along with the Flagstaff Eagles at 5-2. The Coconino Panthers checking in at 4-3, and then you have the Mingus and Lee Williams teams checking in at 1-6. Not the seasons they desired, obviously, but two of the top in the 4A Grand Canyon going to square off here tonight, and it should be a fun one. I'm looking forward to this game. A lot of offense, both from Bradshaw Mountain and Prescott, but also a lot of really good defense out here tonight as well.
Yeah, both of these two teams have incredibly tough defenses. Last game for Prescott, they beat Flagstaff 30-3, and that tells you all you need to know about how tough their defense is. And for Bradshaw Mountain, they're very balanced. They have a great middle linebacker core, and they're going to be a tough team for Prescott on offense to beat.
You know, a big key tonight as we get ready to show you the keys to the game is going to be these defenses staying home. And what I mean by that is not over-pursuing the play. You got a guy like Uriah Tennett in the backfield there for Prescott. He is elusive. He gets out in an open field. And then on the opposite side of the coin for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears, when you're defending that wing tee, you have got to stay home there and read your keys up front.
Yeah, absolutely. And for Bradshaw Mountain, the first one, shut down Uriah. Prescott is also going to have a little one like that. But for them, this is one of the most explosive players that the 4A division has honestly seen in a long time. He plays free safety. He plays quarterback. He can run the ball. He's extremely dangerous. Control the middle of the field. And that was more focused for the defense. They got great guys like Caleb Deakins leading them, who we talked to on Tuesday, who is one of their key players there, and they get the run game going. This is a team that has two running backs in Caleb Deakins and Kylan Jackson, who really control the run game for them. So they can do that. They're going to have a lot of success tonight on the home field.
Caleb Deakins, the leading tackler for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. We had a chance to catch up with him on Tuesday night on the Desert Gridiron Game Plan, and great to see those guys out here on the field tonight as we get ready to present the colors on the field. And this is going to be an exciting matchup. I cannot wait to see these two teams do battle. Keys to the game for the Prescott Badgers, they are going to let Uriah cook. We all know what that means. This young man is super talented, a multi-sport athlete for the Prescott Badgers. He's already got multiple Division I basketball offers, and I wouldn't be surprised if some football offers come down the pipe here as well soon for Uriah Tennett.
For sure. The senior, I was about to say guard, the senior quarterback for Prescott, 21 touchdowns on the season with the rushing and the passing, so he's going to be a good one. And then stay locked in defensively. You've had a lot of great performances. You talked about just now when I said with Flagstaff holding them to 3 points. They also got 7 interceptions on the season, so they like to get out in there and block down a lot of passes. And I don't know what the other one was. I totally forgot. But it's going to be a great, honestly, contest. I cannot wait to see what happens between these two teams tonight.
It should be absolutely magical here tonight for the 33rd edition of the Crosstown Showdown. Our friend Matt Showalter is across the way in the home press box. He's on the call tonight for KKLD The Cloud here in Prescott Valley and Prescott, Arizona. And then our other guy up here, John J. Russ, is on the air tonight for KYCA Radio right here in Prescott. So this is a huge rivalry game, and we're going to get ready to head it down for the coin toss here tonight between these two squads.
Yeah, this is, I think, the thing that's going to set the tone to see who gets the ball first. You don't really know, of course, with the coin toss what's going to happen, but these two teams got a lot of respect for each other. I know we talked to one of the coaches on Tuesday. He said all the players know each other. They hang out on the weekends, but when it comes to the gridiron, it's going to be a battle from the first snap.
We're going to pay attention to the coin toss here now as we get you that field level shot from right inside the huddle there on top of the Bradshaw Mountain logo. Our AIA officiating crew. And we will see the Bradshaw Mountain Bears coming out tonight in their all black look. It's a red out here tonight for the Bears. It looks like Prescott has won the toss. They have deferred. And so we'll see the Bradshaw Mountain Bears and that wing tee offense first up here tonight as we get you ready for a 33rd edition of the Crosstown Showdown. This is going to be an exciting one here tonight. Bradshaw Mountain coming out in their black pants, black jerseys with red numbers trimmed in white. And then the Prescott Badgers with white jerseys, royal blue pants, royal blue numbers trimmed in yellow, and their customary white hats as well. Great to visit with Coach Cody Collette before tonight's ball game, and he's got his guys ready to roll.
Yeah, these guys seem very locked in, very focused, very determined to keep this win streak going that they've been on against Prescott. So I'm excited to see how they come out and see how Prescott responds too.
It's going to be fun here tonight. The Bradshaw Mountain Bears breaking the huddle up over there on the far side of the field, and we're about ready for our national anthem. So we're going to step aside here and take a break in just a moment, and we'll have the kickoff coming up very shortly here from Bradshaw Mountain High School's Bob Pavlich Field.
CW Sports Saturday kicks off with North Carolina and Virginia. Touchdown! Then, the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs heat up at Homestead, Miami.
That completely shakes things up.
A full day of action on CW Sports Saturday.
Saturday at 9 on CW7 Arizona.
On Inside the NFL on the CW.
Touchdown!
You better be tough.
We saw that game face he had.
Take your hits. And always
just got to block the guy.
Listen to the coach.
Can we see your game face, Chad?
Inside the NFL.
Wednesday at 8 on CW7 Arizona.
I'm headed back to Smallville.
For what?
To take care of this.
He is going to do something terrible to my family.
I can't just hide.
Do not give up hope, my son.
Loser is going to send his monster. We are not safe here.
Monday at 7 on CW7 Arizona.
In a wreck and thinking about dealing with the insurance company yourself? Stop!
People represented by an attorney get more than 3 times the money than those who don't have an attorney.
Murder and rope is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
I started working at a bakery when I was 16, so I paid into Social Security and Medicare for over 50 years. And I earned it. My husband and I depend on it to get by. But Carrie Lake would risk our benefits just to give tax cuts to the billionaires? That is ridiculous. You know what? She doesn't care about people like us. Carrie Lake will say or do anything to help herself.
Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
We have 4 children that all have special needs and they need specialized instruction. Without ESA, we would not ever be able to afford something like this. Everybody is different and not one size fits all. I encourage every parent to look into the ESA program. It's been invaluable to our family.
My job is to further improve Arizona's already excellent public schools. But if your school is not meeting your child's needs, you have choices.
I'm so happy that we have ESA for our children in Arizona.
$10 million in a pedestrian accident, $5 million in a car accident. These are just a few of our recent results.
Hurt in a wreck? Need a check?
We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
We're the Bradshaw Mountain High School Bears, and it's time for Thursday Night Kickoff on CW7 Arizona.
We welcome you back to Bob Pavlich Field here in Prescott Valley, Arizona. James Poovey alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Parker Darash. We are ready for kickoff here between the Bradshaw Mountain Bears and the Prescott Badgers. I am so excited for this edition of the Crosstown Showdown. I've heard so much about this rivalry game. The stands are packed on both sides of the field, and we are ready to roll here as the Bears and the Badgers ready to do battle now. Back deep to receive, Carson Gilpin and Isaac Medina for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. And on to kick it away for Prescott, number 2, Johan Gunderman. Gunderman swings the right leg through. We're underway. Fielded inside the 5 and bobbled. They bring it out across the 10, 15. And a nice return play there. Stopped by number 10, Jacob Chamberlain.
Right now we're going to see Michael Sanford come onto the field leading Bradshaw Mountain. Got a great arm. He's got 496 passing yards on the season, 6 touchdowns. But of course, they rely heavily on the run game. So interested to see if Kylan Jackson or Caleb Deakins will get the first run of the game, or how Bradshaw Mountain's going to set the tone here.
Bradshaw set up from their own 17-yard line to start things off. Inside handoff. A trap play goes across the 25-yard line. A nice gain on the play there by number 45, Caleb Deakins, the 5'10", 190-pound fullback. They got him listed here as Parker, and we're going to see a lot of 45 here tonight.
Yeah, he is one of their. What's the thing you and Ed say all the time about players that play a lot? They're bow cow or whatever.
The bell cow.
The bell cow. Okay, he's going to be their go-to guy in that form. Plays, of course, middle linebacker like we talked about in the pregame, and then fullback. So expect to see a lot of number 45 on the field.
A gain of 9 right there. Second down and 1. One more time, it's Deakins trying to bounce that one outside and making first contact there for the Prescott Badgers was number 21, Adam Lloyd. Lloyd standing at 6 foot, 175 pounds, and he knifed through there and made the stop.
Got the first down too. Well, I'm sure the Bradshaw Mountain fans love to see that as they're making their way down the field here, which is just past a minute here in the first.
Once again, the motion one over, they'll give it on a little jet sweep, and this one snuffed out the backfield. Number 1, Uriah Tennett on the stop for Prescott, and Sean Hughes, the 5'10", 175-pound senior, on the tote there for Bradshaw Mountain.
Mr. Do-It-All, Mr. Tennett there from Prescott. He really does do it all, being able to make tackles. And I believe Coach Collette told us that in our Tuesday night show with him. He's a great tackler, sees the field well. But yeah, great tackle by Mr. Tennett.
Under center once again. Now they hand it off to the up back. This is Deakins spinning through the traffic out near the 35-yard line. And Deakins finally brought down there by Isaac Bracino. Bracino, 5'10", 170-pound senior, and doing a great job getting in there and able to hang on and wait for help there on Caleb Deakins. Third down and short now upcoming here for Bradshaw and the offense. Michael Sanford breaks the huddle. The familiar double wing. Deakins is the up back. He give it to the second man through this time. And that is number 25, Kylan Jackson. The Action Jackson, they call him up here in Prescott Valley. 6 foot, 180-pound junior, making his way through the defense right there.
5.9 yards per carry is what Jackson is able to do every time he touches the ball. So when you see those third and short implications that Bradshaw Mountain just had there, expect to see him run the ball.
First down and 10 now. Deakins bounces it outside across midfield. And Caleb Deakins just doing a great job churning those legs. And it's power football so far here tonight for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. Stopped on the play there by Isaac Bracino.
Just draining the clock, getting their offensive line to really just break the holes of Prescott that they're trying to form. But yeah, this run game, super powerful, super tricky too to follow, it seems like so far here in the first 3 minutes.
A 9-yard gain for Bradshaw Mountain. Second down and 1 now for the Bears. Low snap, handoff. Through the traffic, still carrying defenders all the way to the 35-yard line. Once again, Kylan Jackson gets the call, and the junior just making it look easy as he carries Prescott Badgers near the goal line.
Yeah, leading rusher for this team, 4 rushes on the season too. 4 rushing touchdowns on the season. So him and Deakins, like I talked about, just the 2 guys that are going to be Prescott is going to want to watch out for here in the Bears offense.
They hand it off. This time a different running back out to the 25-yard line. That is Sean Hughes. And Hughes with a nice gain there as well. And so far, this offensive line for Bradshaw Mountain getting a really nice push up front.
Doing the work that they need to do. They clearly have the game plan so far is working. The game plan that they had pregame into this big rivalry match. You see, they might get a lot of nerves, a lot of anxiety here with a lot of people in the crowd, but they are doing the job they need to do to continue these first downs as we have 2nd and 1 here.
A 9-yard gasher that time for Bradshaw Mountain. Now far side. Once again, out across the 20-yard line. Kylan Jackson just carrying defenders. And so far, this running attack looking really strong here for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears.
Just power football at its finest right here for the Bears.
Who else on the tackle but Uriah Tennant? They gave it to the second man through that time. And that time it was Caleb Deacons plunging inside the 10-yard line. Down to the 8 goes Deacons.
And so far, pretty much every play has had Sean Hughes in motion in the backfield with the fake handoff, and then they have gone to either Deacons or Jackson all night long. And look, they're under the 10 with a chance to score.
Kylan Jackson gets the call. Weaves his way down near the 5. They'll stop him at the 6-yard line. It'll be a first down and goal now upcoming here for Bradshaw Mountain. And the crosstown showdown so far here tonight off to a rousing start.
Yeah, 5 minutes gone already. Bradshaw Mountain has just been able to put their stamp so far offensively in this power run game. Smash mouth football at its finest, JP. And I'm liking what I'm seeing so far from the home team.
Kylan Jackson bounces out to the right-hand side, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. I don't know if the Prescott defense got a hand on him that time, and Action Jackson making it look easy out the right-hand side.
I mean, just great ball movement, being able to, and it's great vision, honestly, though, for him to be able to get through the defense. But again, the offensive line been able to do its job so far, just separating spaces for the running backs to get in, and it gets the first score of the game.
On for the PAT, Trevor Head. Here's the snap. The hold, the kick is up. And Bradshaw Mountain draws first blood here with 6 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in our first quarter. And I tell you what, that is going to be a challenge to stop that kind of running game all night long here for Prescott's defense. We'll send it to the quick commercial timeout and return for more of the Crosstown Showdown right here on Thursday Night Kickoff on CW7 Arizona.
Thursday Night Kickoff is sponsored in part by NextCare Urgent Care.
Kirsten Engel will work to protect Social Security in Congress. She wants millions of Arizona seniors to get the benefits they've earned, now and in the future. Kirsten Engel, for Congress, for us. Project 218 is responsible for the content of this ad.
Have you had the craving for the best burrito anywhere? Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Burrito Express, your local burrito joint. Come on in.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to Burrito Express.
With 7 Valley locations and a new South Chandler location opening soon, your new favorite burrito is just right around the corner. Burrito Express, a proud supporter of Thursday Night Kickoff on CW7 Arizona.
Kirsten Engel will work to protect Social Security in Congress. She wants millions of Arizona seniors to get the benefits they've earned, now and in the future. Kirsten Engel, for Congress, for us. Project 218 is responsible for the content of this ad.
Bears leading the Prescott Badgers 7-0. And now we're going to get to see our first look at this Prescott Badgers offense. Back deep to receive for the Badgers, number 2, Johan Gunderman, and number 11, Josiah Peoples. number 17, Trevor Head, will kick it away, the senior for Bradshaw Mountain. The stands are packed on both sides, folks, and I dare say this is the most attended game we broadcast this season so far.
Yeah, I think by a mile it is. Or I think when I heard, pregame before when we got here that it was going to be 1,200 people at a pep rally, I'm like, this is going to be the most packed game we've had all season.
Peoples on the return, comes back near side now, still on his feet, across the 25-yard line. They'll spot him down at the 27, and that's where Uriah Tennett and the offense will get to work here against this Bradshaw Mountain defense. Nice return there for Peoples.
Being able to break tackles like that is an extremely difficult thing. So how he was able to do that, put him in the middle of the field in good field position around the, it looks like the 30, 20, 26, 27-yard line. Great fieldage for the Badgers to work, and hopefully for Badgers fans here, I know, be able to respond and score.
Empty backfield now for Tennett on 1st down and 10. They'll send one in motion. Hand it off on a jet sweep. Up the field, across the 30-yard line. That is Adam Lloyd, the senior running back, 6 foot, 175 pounds, nudging his way forward for about 3-yard gain. Starting offense tonight for the Badgers, number 1 quarterback Uriah Tennett. The running back tonight is Adam Lloyd, the senior. Wide receivers are Josiah Peoples, Johan Gunderman, and Cooper Kaysen. The tight end tonight is Eli Allen. One more time, this is Adam Lloyd out the left-hand side, and Lloyd looking good so far here in this first quarter. Another nice chunk gain there for the Badgers.
And when it comes to running the football for Prescott, as they're going to go quick here, it is Adam Lloyd. 82 carries on the year, 6 touchdowns. He is one of their go-to guys in the backfield along with Tennett.
Full house backfield now for the Badgers. Lloyd on the carry. Goes out the left-hand side across the 40. Penalty flag on the play. So we'll see, that's in the general area of holding. And we'll check in with our referee on the field and get the official word.
5-yard penalty, replay, 3rd down. You're back.
So the penalty assessed to Prescott, it will back him up 5 yards right there.
And an illegal shift on the offense. That's going to put him back a couple of yards as we get another stoppage on the field.
So they will respot the football at the 32-yard line now here. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. We're under 6 minutes remaining here in our first quarter. Stack twins to the right now. Play fake. Tennett down the field. It's caught across the 40-yard line. Nudging his way across the 45 and out of bounds. That is number 49 for Prescott. And that is Cooper Kaysen, 6'3", 185-pound, big target out there for Tennett.
Great pass there for him to be able to get the 1st down and move the sticks. Being able to almost put him in Bradshaw's area. So let's see what the Badgers can do here.
First down and 10 for Prescott from their own 48-yard line. They hand it off across midfield. Drayvon Gilbert on the stop, and Isaac Braceno, who's been effective so far here tonight on defense and now offense for Prescott, on the carry.
We talked about how good Bradshaw Mountain's offensive line was in their first possession. Prescott's doing their job. It looks like they have one of the biggest offensive linemen I've seen all season in number 77, Bo Bryce. 6'5" sophomore, who's 300 pounds on the left side of the field. He's going to be Tennett's go-to guy.
Tennett sets the feet, goes downfield, it falls incomplete. He was trying to connect with Johan Gunderman, the 6-foot senior, and unfortunately unable to do so. Tonight's coverage being brought to you in part by Thomas Law. Thomas Law, a personal injury law firm, making law personal. We appreciate their support all season long here on Thursday Night Kickoff. They are also proud supporters of our Student Athlete of the Week, which we'll have for you here coming up in just a little bit. 4:16 remaining here in our first quarter. 3rd down and 7 here for the Badgers. Uriah Tennett going to work out of a double wing. And a timeout on the field called by Coach Collette.
Prescott, first charge timeout. Did Brad go back up?
And that gives us a chance to remind you that CW7 Arizona is your home for college football. This Saturday is North Carolina taking on Virginia in an ACC showdown. Starting at 9 a.m., set your alarms. That'll be followed by NASCAR Xfinity Racing from Miami. CW7 Sports Saturday starts at 9 a.m. Don't miss a minute. 7-0. The Bradshaw Mountain Bears leading the Prescott Badgers. 4:09 remaining here in our first quarter, and it's been a frantic first quarter so far, Mark.
Absolutely. I think Bradshaw Mountain has come out, made a statement in their first possession. Prescott trying to respond. Looked like there was a lot of miscommunication between Tennett and the offensive staff, but let's see what they can do here to get the Badgers back on track.
Tennett, shotgun snap, design rollout, down the field. It's caught. Peoples on the reception. And Peoples is finally brought down there by Bradshaw Mountain's Diego Galaz, a 6', 220-pound sophomore, roaming there in the defensive backfield.
And when it comes to Tennett's offensive weapons passing-wise, it is Gunderman and Peoples. They both have combined for 11 of his 13 passing touchdowns. So watch out for Peoples and Gunderman to be on the offensive side for Prescott.
Lloyd gets the handoff that time, and a great job closing it down quickly there by the Bradshaw Mountain defense. So it's going to be a 4th down and 1 here. We'll see if Coach Collette elects to keep the offense on the field. And the crowd here, as we're set up on the Prescott side here tonight, they are obviously wanting the offense to stay out there and go for it. It looks like they were able to get the first down. So 1st down and 10 now for Prescott from the Bradshaw 41. Uriah Tennett making the play call at the line of scrimmage. They play fake it to Adam Lloyd, swinging out a little dump. And still on his feet across the 25-yard line. That is Cooper Casey. 6'3", 185-pound senior out there rumbling into open space. And it took a host of Bradshaw Mountain Bears to get him on the carpet right there.
If he just got out of that tackle, he would have had a ton of green in the front of him to be able to go and score a touchdown. But what a run by him, and great play calling to switch the play on the last second into neck to get it to his guy.
1st down and 10 for the Badgers now from the Bradshaw 23-yard line. They motion Gunderman over, they toss it to him. And nice edge contain there applied by Bradshaw Mountain. How about the action right there from Kylan Jackson getting across there? And as I mentioned in the pregame, Parker, staying home, not overrunning the play, breaking down and making the tackle.
Yeah, not overreacting at all, being able to stay with the receiver to not let him go and get the first down. But great vision by Jackson to hold his own in there and get a tackle to bring up a 2nd and long.
2nd down and 10 now for Prescott. 2.5 minutes remaining here in our first quarter. Tennett rolls out to his right. He'll go the other way with it now. Penalty flag on the play. Tennett across the 20, 15, 10, 5. Still on his feet. Carrying a host of Bradshaw Mountain Bears with him. And down inside the 5 goes Uriah Tennett, but a penalty flag, and we'll have to see if it stands. But how about the athleticism there?
10 yards from the previous spot. Still on 2nd down.
Yeah, I was about to say it looked like an offensive holding from number 61. That is...
Penalty flag on the play there, so that's going to negate the nice run there from Uriah Tennett. And that'll That'll back them up. It'll be a 2nd down and 20 here. And special shout out to our guy, Ed Cole, not able to be with us here tonight. He is out east. Unfortunately lost a member of his family last week, and so we send our thoughts and prayers out there to the Cole bunch. And we hope you all are doing well under some very diverse circumstances.
Yeah, tough to have him not here this week with us, but excited to have him back again next week out at St. Mary's. And yeah, our definite thoughts and prayers are with him and his family right now.
And now a delay of game here for Prescott. That's going to back them up even further. It's going to be 2nd down and Tonopah now here for the Prescott Badgers. Got to work it in early here tonight, Parker. How about Tonopah, 9-0, by the way, on the season. Tanett looking to throw. Pressure comes. Kylan Jackson still hunting him down. Tanett not giving up on the play, trying to find a receiver down the field and falls incomplete. His intended target was Eli Allen, and the sophomore just not able to scoop it off the turf here, but you got to hand it to Tanett for the extra effort there as he was being hunted down by Kylan Jackson.
Yeah, you want to talk about a quarterback that's got speed and being able to get out even in the open field like that. Tough spot for them at 3rd and 25, but just missed his target in Allen, excuse me. And yeah, that would have been a heck of a pass if he was able to complete that.
So with the incompletion, it brings up a 3rd down and 25 now for Prescott. 3 receivers to the right here for Uriah Tanett. They'll motion Lloyd across, penalty flags, and a timeout called by Prescott.
Prescott, their 2nd charge timeout.
It is the show that the pros watch inside the NFL. Go inside the huddle of today's top NFL teams with trusted expert analysis. Ryan Clark with Bill Belichick, Chad Johnson, and Chris Long. Get you ready for all the week's NFL action with Inside the NFL. Wednesday nights at 8 here on CW7 Arizona.
Let's get you some other scores from around the Grand Canyon State. 7 varsity football games happening tonight in State 48. Right now in the first quarter, the Horizon Huskies leading the Higley Knights 7-0. At Central High School, it's Brophy over Corona del Sol 7-0. They're scoreless between Sierra Linda and Independence right now. And so far, Monument Valley all over Window Rock, 34-0. So some great matchups tonight. And one we're paying particular attention to is that Higley Horizon grudge match.
Yeah, that is the one we featured with this game on our Tuesday show. Two of the top 6 teams in the open division. And yeah, what a battle that's going to be tonight.
Tanett down the field, a tip ball, it's intercepted. How about it? Draven Gilbert on the INT after the tip drill. And Tanett trying to maybe force the issue there a little bit. And number 4 for Bradshaw Mountain, Gilbert makes him pay.
What a play. I mean, those are the type of plays as a quarterback you hate to see with a tip ball leading to an interception. But now that's going to be Tanett's 3rd interception on the season in just a handful of games that he's played. But tough break for Prescott, and I know that is not the way they want to end the first quarter.
1:09 remaining here in our first quarter. It's a gorgeous night outside here in Prescott Valley, Arizona. Current temperature 69 degrees, and an absolutely perfect night for football as Bradshaw Mountain carries it out across the 30-yard line. They'll give them the 31. And once again, this offensive line getting off the ball here for Bradshaw Mountain and Coach Bob Young.
50 seconds here left in the first. Been very impressed with what I've seen from the Bears so far. Only one game splits these two teams apart, so it can be anyone's night. And so far through the first, it has been Bradshaw Mountain.
Jackson on the carry across the 35. Drugged down on the play there by Rutger Funk. He's 6 foot, 190-pound sophomore. And that's what you got to do right there on Jackson. You got to get him low and hang on.
It's a heck of a name, too. I was about to say when I saw that Rutger Funk, 6 foot, 190 interior linebacker. But yeah, just really like the one what I saw there. But again, Bradshaw Mountain's been able to get the run game going pretty easily so far. So let's see if the Badgers can respond and shut them down.
And we'll see if this Bradshaw Mountain Bears team can take advantage of that turnover there by Prescott. They hand it off. It goes to the up back, Sean Hughes. And Hughes stopping the play there by Brody Hanna, the 5'10 sophomore. In there for Prescott. We've reached the end of our first quarter here from Bob Pavlich Field in Prescott Valley, Arizona. Bradshaw Mountain leading the Prescott Badgers by the score of 7-0. We'll step aside, take a commercial timeout, and return for quarter number 2. You're watching Thursday Night Kickoff right here on CW7 Arizona.
Nobody wanted a second child more than we did.
Unfortunately, the doctors told us that the pregnancy wasn't medically viable. There were complications. It wasn't safe, and I wanted to preserve the option to try again.
We had to end the pregnancy.
Carrie Lake supports a law that would make our doctor a criminal for that decision.
Lake would put Emily's health at risk and threaten our doctor with prison, and that is unacceptable.
When Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
I worked for 25 years as a nurse. I paid into Social Security every month. Now that I'm retired, I need that money for groceries and bills. But the way Trump is talking about cutting Social Security, it's crazy. Cutting Social Security is like giving the middle finger to the middle class. Kamala Harris will protect Social Security, not cut it.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Quarter number 2 about to commence here from Bob Pavlich Field on the campus of Bradshaw Mountain High School. There you see the Den student section in full representation here tonight for the Bears. And right now, they're up 7-0 as you go into the second quarter here. Bradshaw Mountain now, second down and 8. They hand it off, and this is Caleb Deakins. Deakins with a nice carry there, carrying Badgers on his back. It took a host of Prescott players to get him down there. Rutger Funk once again on the play there for the Prescott Badgers.
Not going to bring up 3rd and inches, power run again. Just been extremely impressed with how they've come out here in the first half. Just playing their style of football. I think that's something that a lot of games you're going to see is people going back to their opposing teams' style of football, but the Bears being able to lock it down pretty early.
The double wing, Caleb Deakins with a first down and then some, still churning the legs out across the 45-yard line. And Deakins finally brought down by Wyatt Pierce, but not before he rips off a big gainer across midfield and takes a few white jerseys on his back along the way.
4 guys took him down. I mean, if that's not a power running back, then I don't know what is.
You see that pad level right there as he approaches that line of scrimmage. He is coming for some damage. Running with bad intentions, as we say, Parker.
Is that a real thing?
That is a real thing, running with bad intentions. First down and 10 now from the 44-yard line. Play fake. The Bears are going to go to the air right here. And it falls incomplete. The intended target was Braden Monday, the super senior. Standing at 5'10", 170 pounds. And one of the playmakers for this Bradshaw Mountain team unable to come up with the reception there. But nice to see them go to the air. That's the first pass of the night for Bradshaw Mountain.
Yeah, doesn't pass a lot through these games. He's only got, so far, 61 passes on the season, 496 yards. So you don't see it a lot. They rely heavy on the run game, and when they do, they're able to score pretty quickly.
After the incompletion, second down and 10 now for Bradshaw Mountain. They hand it off inside. A lot of contact there. Braden Monday gets the call that time, the senior on the run for Bradshaw Mountain. He'll pick up about 4 yards on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6 here. Possession play upcoming for Bradshaw. So glad you joined us here tonight on Thursday Night Kickoff up in Yavapai County. Gorgeous night outside. Couldn't ask for better weather. Couldn't order better weather, I don't think, up here tonight. Kylan Jackson, far side now. Running through tacklers. Will he have enough for the line to gain? It looks to be
Sam has something.
That'll bring up 4th down and short here. What do you do if you're Coach Bob Young? Do you keep the offense on the field?
I think you do. You know, you're inside the 40-yard line. 4th and 1/4 inches, really.
Okay,
just
yeah.
use
Do you want
the
to do it
run
right now?
game like you have in a bit of a sneak situation. Maybe hand it off to the player in motion when he comes through. But yeah, 4th and 1, I would go for it on the Bears.
Timeout on the field. Called by Bradshaw Mountain. Tonight's coverage is being brought to you in part by Next Care Urgent Care. Proud supporters of Thursday night kickoff right here on CW7 Arizona. They are also sponsors of our Next Care Healthcare Tip of the Week. So we'll have that for you coming up at halftime. 10:07 remaining here in our second quarter. A big 4th and 1 upcoming here for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears.
Big 4th and 1, and I think you're going to see, you know, hopefully the timeout calmed them down, figured out what they were going to do, and let's see if they can respond here.
Let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Mr. Sam Goodman. He's standing by on the sideline. Take it away, Sam.
As we've been saying all night, this crosstown showdown has been feeding off the energy of the fans here. Well, Prescott and Bradshaw Mountain have been hitting each other hard. It's been a line of scrimmage game with the wing T offense and the run game. This game is physical, and the coaches are stressing it. Feed off the energy, use the rivalry, and fight at the line of scrimmage to move the ball. Back to you guys.
Great stuff down there from Sam Goodman, our sideline reporter tonight here. And we appreciate him being here with us tonight. A great run there by Caleb Deakins for Bradshaw Mountain. And he plunges ahead to the 31-yard line of Prescott. 1st down and 10 Bears. Tight bunch to the right. They hand it off now. And this is Braden Monday once again on the carry. Monday slowly working himself now into the run game here for Coach Young. And they have so many weapons out of that backfield for Bradshaw Mountain.
For sure. And they've been wearing down Prescott's defense, just being able to keep them on the field for long periods of time. The first one took up half of the first quarter. You get the interception around like the minute and a half mark. You're able to do that. Now we're on 9:22 here in the second quarter. So they've just been wearing down the Badgers.
Handoff, far side, Kylan Jackson. And Jackson runs into a stone wall right there, created by number 32, Brody Hanna. How about the great job there? You're going to see the sophomore knife in here, make excellent contact, and then more importantly, drive those feet and make the stop.
I mean, it's a big-time tackle, big-time stop to bring up 3rd and a couple of yards, 3rd and 5 right now. So being able to do that, keep them calm, just a great tackle there by Prescott.
A great physical football game here so far in Prescott Valley tonight. Exactly what the doctor ordered. A handoff coming near side. Kylan Jackson brought down there by Brody Hanna. Once again, Hanna on the stop there for the Prescott Badgers. And Hanna starting to exert his will here. We have a penalty flag on the play. So we'll send it down to our AIA officials for the official word. So an illegal shift there on the offense. Penalties declined. It'll bring up a 4th down and 5 here for Bradshaw Mountain. So we'll see if Coach Young elects to keep the offense on the field once again here. Michael Sanford under center, out of the double wing. A pitch, far side, and this one looks to be stopped short of the line to gain. Sean Hughes on the carry, and Brody Hanna once again in there on the stop for Prescott. 3 stops in a row for Hanna.
Yeah, Hanna has been the key piece to this defensive possession for Prescott. Being able to not allow Bradshaw Mountain to get points to the board is a huge success. After I know the first possession did not go the way that they want. So let's see what the Badgers can do here, though. Try to tie this game up with just 8 minutes left in the first half already.
Prescott working right to left on your television screen as they have a turnover on downs now. And Uriah Tennant, the offense, will go back to work from their own 23. Rollout. Tennant. He's going to go backside. Plenty of room across the 35-40. 45-50, and finally nudged out of bounds in plus territory at the 40-yard line. And you see the wheels on display right there for number 1, Uriah Tenet.
I mean, this is what makes him one of the most deadly point guards in the AIA as far as high school basketball goes, is his speed. He's able to get out in transition pretty quickly. And as you see there, the pocket's breaking down. He's able to see that there's no receivers open, get downfield, and puts him in a great position to here get their first score of the game.
First down and 10 Badgers from the Bradshaw 39. Tenet, design rollout, looks downfield, fires, it's caught. Across the 30-yard line on the reception, Josiah Peoples. And how about it? Once again, Tenet making a play, this time with his arm and connecting with Josiah Peoples.
One thing I've noticed so far is he likes getting out of the pocket early, being able to see the whole field in front of him instead of just being protected by his offensive line. His wide receivers clearly are moving all around at all times, but he's able to get the first down again here, bring him inside the 30. Great play by Tenet.
Trips right here for Tenet. He's looking downfield, nowhere to go with the football. Finally fires, it falls incomplete. His intended target was Kenny Miller Terry. And the 6-foot junior unable to haul it in on the near sideline. That'll bring up a second down and 10 here for the Badgers with 7:32 remaining in our second quarter.
And Eli Allen, the tight end, who had a big catch there in the first quarter, was wide open in the middle of the field. I don't think Tenet saw him as he was looking on the left side of his vision. But yeah, Allen was wide open and could have led to another big yardage again for Prescott. But second down, 7:30 left. Let's see what Tenet can do.
Early movement up front, penalty flags fly, and this could be on the defense. Encroachment assessed to the defense.
And it was
that'll
just
be
one
a 5-yard penalty there on Bradshaw Mountain. So 2nd and 5 now for Tenet in the offense. They hand it off. Lloyd going through that C gap right there. Met by a host of black jerseys on the right-hand side there. Stopped after a minimal gain. They'll call it 2. Actually, he picked up 3 yards on the play, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 2 now.
Yeah, it wasn't just one player on that encroachment. It was about the whole defensive line that moved there. It's an easy call for the rest, but puts the Badgers again in a dangerous spot.
Lloyd gets the handoff. He's upended right there at the 20-yard line. Penalty flags on the plays. We got a little bit of extra jaw in there. Casey Bauman on the stop. 6 foot, 155-pound junior doing a nice job submarining the ball carrier. Defensive holding is the call. Much to the delight of the Prescott faithful here on our visitor sideline. Tenet in the offense now, 1st down and goal from inside the 10-yard line. Tenet keeps it himself. Out the left-hand side, up the field, into the end zone for the score.
And after the first possession went the way it is, this is the way you have to respond against a tough defense. Being able to fake the handoff, use that speed that Tenet's got, be able to break a couple of tackles, and they're honestly, the wide receivers, though, great job blocking for him, creating a gap, and he gets the first score of the game for the Badgers.
And a magnificent play fake there carried out by the running back, Adam Lloyd, as he drew some of that defense inside there just long enough to allow Tenet to get out to the outside, and after that, it was good night, Irene.
Yeah, and the first thing, too, about that is Lloyd is a very dangerous running back. He's their go-to guy when it comes to that. But with Tenet and his speed, you're going to have to pick one of them. And that time they picked Lloyd, got Tenet open, and now it's a tie ball game with 6:38 here in the first half.
A 7-7 game as we step aside, take a brief timeout, and return for more second quarter action from Prescott Valley, Arizona. Stay with us. Thursday night kickoff right here on CW7 Arizona.
Hey, so I'm gonna lead this here real quick. I'll be right back.
It's all good. He's a doctor, not a politician. In Arizona, Amish Shah stopped an extreme abortion ban. In Congress, Amish Shah will fight to restore the right to an abortion. Dr. Amish Shah for Arizona. Project 218 is responsible for the content of this ad.
Have you had the craving for the best burrito anywhere? Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Burrito Express, your local burrito joint. Come on in.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to Burrito Express.
With 7 Valley locations and a new South Chandler location opening soon, your new favorite burrito is just right around the corner. Burrito Express, a proud supporter of Thursday Night Kickoff on CW7 Arizona.
He's a doctor, not a politician. In Arizona, Amish Shah stopped an extreme abortion ban. In Congress, Amish Shah will fight to restore the right to an abortion. Dr. Amish Shah for Arizona. Project 218 is responsible for the content of this ad.
Welcome back to Prescott Valley, Arizona. The Crosstown Showdown underway. A 7-7 ball game here into the second quarter, about midway through quarter number 2, as we welcome you back to Bob Pavlich Field. A high end-over-end kick, and this one's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So the Bradshaw Mountain offense and Michael Sanford will go back to work here and see if they can get some more points on the board after a nice drive there executed by the Prescott Badgers.
Yeah, this is the time to respond, get the home fans back in. I got to say, though, probably the most packed game. I know you said it earlier, but probably the most packed game we've had. Both student sections in full effect. You got the Prescott student section in all camo, and then, like you said, it's a red out for the Bears. But yeah, extremely impressed, and really cool to see up here in northern Arizona how much they're invested in their schools.
You know, I don't think anybody in Yavapai County is watching this game on TV right now. They're all out here at the stadium. Kylan Jackson with a stiff arm at the 25, cuts back upfield and nudges his way out near the 40-yard line. Finally brought down by who else? Uriah Tennett, but an excellent run there by Kylan Action Jackson.
He is a tough running back to get down. 6'1", a little bit taller for a lot of running backs, especially in the state of Arizona. So him being able to use his height and his strength against these smaller defensive backs has been extremely impressive so far.
What a game here tonight. Inside handoff this time. Looking for more high school coverage? Then head on over to CW7AZ.com or scan that QR code on your screen right now. You'll find links to our Friday Night Red Zone, our exclusive Desert Gridiron Game Plan Coaches Show that comes your way on Tuesday evenings, and the pep rally they held here this morning. Upcoming schedules and more. It's all there. We got you covered on high school football right here on CW7 Arizona. Spinning through tackles there and across the 50-yard line. That was who else? Braden Monday. And Monday, nice job there. You see these running backs, one thing about them for Bradshaw Mountain, they hit the hole with authority, Parker.
Yeah, this offensive line has just been play in and play out, just solid and consistent. You haven't really seen them giving up anything. They've been able to create the gaps for their running backs to get through. But these little fakes that the Bears are doing, it's working to their advantage so far.
Under center, they hand it off to the fullback. Ball's on the carpet. And somehow Michael Sanford able to pounce on that loose football right there for Bradshaw Mountain, and luckily so, because that thing sat there for what seemed like an eternity.
An eternity for Bears fans, that's for sure, as you see him and then number 22, Braden Monday, jump on it to make sure it stays in their possession. But not the play they wanted here. 2nd and 13 now. Big-time drive for the Bears.
The Crosstown Showdown, 33rd edition. Split backs beside Sanford. They hand it off, and knifing through and making a stop in the backfield on Braden Monday is number 32, Brody Hanna. And how about the half that Brody Hanna has had here for this Prescott defense?
Yeah, he's been a name we're saying a lot, being able to sweep the feet, get the tackle, and make it a little bit farther for Bradshaw. Now 3rd and 14, he has been the go-to guy defensively for the Badgers.
We talk about this historic rivalry here in the northern part of the state. Started in 1993, and the young man who recently departed us, much to our chagrin, Mr. Dave Moran, former assistant coach at the Northern Arizona Wranglers, scored the first touchdown in this rivalry on a 40-yard interception return back in 93. That ball falls incomplete. Sean Hughes was the intended target, and you got to credit the right side of that defensive line there for Prescott for applying the pressure.
Yeah, being able to read that it was going to be a pass, get Sanford out of his comfort zone in motion. Great job defensively by Prescott to make it a 4th and long.
4th and long here. It looks like they're going to get ready to punt it away. And did we mention Uriah Tennett also returns punts?
I mean, we saw the speed there in that offensive possession where they scored a touchdown, so I'm not surprised at all that he's the punt returner.
A high end over end kick. This one stays in bounds, fielded by Tennett inside the 20. He's going to go far side with it now, show you the speed, working off of a block, trying to cut it back upfield. And then he is laid down to the turf right there by number 10, Blake McDermott. Doing a nice job on special teams right there for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. It's time for our Student Athlete of the Week, presented by Thomas Law. And this one comes from Prescott High School. It's Onwin Smith. She is a member of the swim team, sporting a 4.2 GPA, a member of the National Honor Society Student Athlete Leadership Team, and she's also a school record holder, and she wants to make her way into the medical field. Congratulations, young lady. A bright future, no doubt, ahead for this Prescott Badger. A fake handoff. Tennett goes airborne. He's got a receiver. Gutterman at the 25, and the ball falls incomplete. Oh, my goodness.
They caught
Braden Monday providing coverage there for Bradshaw Mountain.
They caught the Bears sleeping on that. He was wide open, and just the fumble of the ball right there to not come down with it. Huge break for Bradshaw Mountain, because that could have led to anything.
Heartbreak Hotel right there for the Prescott Badgers, as that was no doubt nothing but green grass in front of Gutterman if he's able to haul that one in and catch that thing in stride.
And again, though, you're seeing Tennett outside of the pocket, being able to look more downfield, saw him open, and it's a tough break for Prescott.
2nd down and 10 now for the Badgers. 2 receivers to each side for Tennett out of an empty backfield. Play fake. Tennett's going to keep it himself. Out the right-hand side, stopped by Caleb Deakins. On the right-hand side there for Bradshaw Mountain.
Great fake handoff here, though, being able to slip it out the last second, juke past the Bradshaw Mountain defense, and get a couple more yards. Tonight's coverage is being brought to you by Burrito Express. I know from the people I've worked with so far here at CW7, they love Burrito Express. So thank you for them for being a sponsor of tonight's broadcast.
And I have to say, Burrito Express would do some kind of business up here in the Prescott Valley area. Let me tell you what. Tennett out the right-hand side. He is corralled by a host of Bradshaw tacklers over there on the far side of the field. And that was Braden Monday, I believe, once again leading the charge over there for the Bears. It'll be a 1st down run there for Uriah Tennett. And the Prescott offense staying on the field, keeping the drive alive here as we approach 2 minutes remaining in our first half. This game is going quick so far, Parker.
Yeah, been able to keep the ball really in the field with runs and quick passes, but tight game.
Downfield, it's caught. On the reception for Prescott, it's Josiah Peoples.
Yeah, and they're going to want to move quick here. Just under 2 minutes to go. Tie game. They're going to try to get that last score to go up at the half.
2nd down and 5 here for Prescott. Adam Lloyd, the lone setback. He'll stay in the block. They swing it out. Caught across the 45, down near the 40-yard line. And that is Eli Allen, the big tight end, the sophomore, 6'1", 190 pounds, a big target out there on the edge for Uriah Tenet.
Yeah, had a couple of great passes, being able to move the chains for the Badgers again. Great job by Eli Allen getting open to getting the first down.
Trips left here for Tenet on 1st and 10. Swing pass, caught. Weaving through tacklers across the 35-yard line, down near the 30. Goes Cooper Kaysen. And a magnificent catch, and then the yards after the catch right there for Kaysen, a thing of beauty.
Yeah, just wide open. Clearly saw the play drawn up for him. Been able to get that close 2nd and down now here.
Our producers even got some moves up here in the booth. Swing pass, it's caught. Still on his feet. That is Josiah Peoples, and once again, a nice gainer there for the Prescott Badgers.
And the two guys that play basketball together here for Prescott on the varsity team. Great connection on the field as well. He's been a go-to target for Tenet all season long.
They no doubt have that chemistry here tonight. 46 seconds remaining here in our first half. A quick moving first half. And we will hopefully have one of the coaches joining Mr. Sam Goodman just as we go to the halftime break. Play fake, Tenet under pressure. Braden Monday running him down. A little screen there provided by our referee. He was trying to get out of the way as well there, as Braden Monday was on a mission right there.
Yeah, don't really know where Tenet was going. Thought it could have been an intentional grounding, where it looked like there was no one in the area. But now you got 2nd down, I believe, so far here with just a couple of seconds to go. I'm interested to see if either one of these teams calls a timeout and try to calm them down before the half ends.
So we got the ineligible man downfield there on Prescott. So how about this? We got a quads right for you right here, as they'll motion out of it as soon as I say it. Timeout called by the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. So let's get you some scores from around the Grand Canyon State here, as we are no doubt into quarter number 2 in most of these games. A great one out there off of Greenway and 56th Street, as the Higley Knights trail the Horizon Huskies 10-7. Brophy all over Corona del Sol right now in the 2nd quarter. That one at 14-0. Globe leading the Alchesay Falcons 20-14. That's a great matchup there between the Tigers and the Falcons, and Monument Valley running away with it tonight against Window Rock 46-0, Parker.
Yeah, 46 zip is nothing to honestly joke about. That's a huge blowout so far. Only the 3rd quarter, too. Still got the 4th quarter to go. But that Higley and Horizon one, super tight right now, 10-7. Very interested to see whoever wins that game, where they will be ranked in the open, with them being at 6 and 5.
34 seconds remaining here in our first half, as we get you right inside that Prescott huddle. Prescott trying to double dip right here, as they will get the ball first, 2nd half. Tenet, far side, it's caught. Eli Allen still on his feet. Brought down inside the 20-yard line. Number 27 on the stop there, Tyler Walters. 6'2", 165-pound senior, making the stop on the edge. Under 20 seconds to go. Tenet rolls out. Comes near side. He'll tuck it and run. Back across the defense. Tenet breaking ankles there at the 15-yard line. And Braden Monday finally runs him out of bounds at the 12. My goodness, the athleticism this young man possesses is otherworldly.
Yeah, being able to break through that tackle, it looked like he had an edge, but now you got 3 Bears hunting him down, being able to go get out of bounds. He got 7 seconds left now to make one more play. And just, wow, I'm just extremely amazed so far what Tenet's been able to do with the ball in his hand.
Has there ever been a player go straight from the high school ranks into the indoor football league? That's my only question right now. This young man is something special. Man. Timeout on the field. Called by the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. Coming up at the half, Teresa Strasser takes us to downtown Prescott for a treat that can't be beat. I only hope she saves some of that for us from Grandma's Bakery. They've been serving up delicious delights for over 40 years, and Teresa takes us inside and behind the counter of this must-visit eatery. I love my sweets, Parker.
I do too.
If you can't tell.
Yeah, I'm a more of a candy person than like, I guess, like a pie.
What's your go-to candy? Let's talk about this for a minute.
Oh, I don't think you've ever heard of them. They're called Fuzzy Peaches.
Fuzzy Peaches?
They're from Canada.
Okay.
I think in the U.S. they're like Sour Patch Peaches.
Okay.
But they're the best candy I think I've ever had.
Fair enough. If I had one last piece of candy, it would probably have to be a Butterfinger. Tanette. Third down here. 7 seconds remaining. Penalty flags fly.
The buzzer sounded too.
So we'll check with our officials on the field to see exactly what happened right there. Not sure if Bradshaw Mountain was trying to call a timeout, possibly before they saw something they didn't like on the field. Looks like it could be an illegal shift. So we'll have to take an educated guess right there. And we can see for sure that the penalty is assessed to Bradshaw Mountain. So that's going to put the Prescott Badgers closer to pay dirt right here. With 6 seconds remaining here in our first half.
Yeah, that's a tough break for the Bears. Not wanting to give up a penalty like that was something that you don't know what it could have been. But 6 seconds left. Let's see what Prescott can do here.
They squeeze in here a little bit. Now the motion one out of the formation. Penalty flags fly.
I think that's coming back.
The false start assessed to Prescott. So that'll back them up a few yards and make it a little bit more difficult here for Tanette and the offense.
Tanette it seemed like getting his wide receivers in motion. That might have caused one of the offensive linemen to move just a nudge. But, you know, put him back a couple of yards. I'm really interested to see what's going to happen here.
Stay with us at halftime. In addition to the piece with Teresa Strasser, we'll also be joined by the Director of Communications for the Northern Arizona Wranglers, Mr. Tucker Welch. Will sit down with us for a few minutes, and we will get caught up. Shotgun snap to Tanette. He rolls near side. Looks to throw. Goes downfield. The ball falls incomplete. He was trying to connect with Josiah Peoples, and that is how our first half will end. Pressure off the edge that time provided by Braden Monday. Jackson also in there providing heat. And a chance on that football there for Josiah Peoples, but just not able to haul it in.
Yeah, not able to. Tough break. I think the Prescott coaching staff was wanting to see if there's going to be a late hit on the quarterback. Doesn't look like they're going to get it, and it's going to send us to the half.
We'll take a brief timeout and return for our halftime show. You're watching Thursday Night Kickoff, a tie ball game 7-7 between the Bradshaw Mountain Bears and the Prescott Badgers. It's the Crosstown Showdown. Come on back.
Donald Trump intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations, to cut Social Security and Medicare, to impose what is in effect a national sales tax. When I am president, I will bring down the cost of groceries. My tax plan will give 100 million more Americans a tax cut. And unlike Donald Trump, I will always put the middle class and working families first.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
I am here to contest the new Whata Wings from Whataburger.
What?
Real wings have bones. And these boneless wings are actually premium chicken tender bites tossed in one of Whataburger's famous sauces. Honey butter, honey barbecue, buffalo, or
sweet and spicy.
And now Nashville hot? Those do not turn these Whata Wings into real wings. I know what a real wing is. It's not
Whata Wings. Whataburger, Whata Wings. Whata Wings.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Donald Trump makes a lot of promises, but we can be sure of one thing. If he wins, he'll ignore all checks that rein in a president's power. It's all in Trump's Project 2025 agenda. What does that mean for you? Higher cost on groceries, cuts to Social Security and Medicare, more tax breaks for billionaires, and a national abortion ban putting women's health at risk. A second Trump term, more unhinged, unstable, and unchecked.
At Hastings & Hastings, we have 11 offices open and ready to serve you. But you don't need to come in. If you prefer, you can sign by phone or online. We make your case our top priority. Call now, even if it's the weekend, we're open 24/7. And don't forget, at Hastings & Hastings, when your case settles, our discount fee puts more money in your pocket. Expect more, get more. That's Hastings & Hastings.
Welcome back, everyone. This is a close game between Bradshaw Mountain and Prescott. It is a 7-7 ball game. I'm joined by coach of Prescott, Cody Collette. This game has been very physical, very close. What are you telling your guys going into half?
We knew we were going to have to play 48 minutes against Bradshaw Mountain. You always do. They're a very well-coached team. They do a lot of things well. So we got to be ready to play 24 more minutes. This is everything we got. We told them in the locker room they got to leave everything on the field, and that's what we got to do.
This is the crosstown showdown. Obviously, your fans have shown out. The Bradshaw Mountain fans are here. Talk about the energy a little bit that your players are feeding off of right now.
It's always a packed house. It's always a fun, exciting atmosphere. So we're excited, and hopefully we can put together a good 24 minutes.
As the second half comes, is there anything you're looking for your team? I know there are a few false start penalties towards the end of the half that you're looking to clean up as you go in to the next part of this game.
Well, number one, we got to put them in long yardage down situations. Obviously, we've got to clean up some of the penalties and things like that, no question.
All right. Well, you heard it here from Coach Collette. This game is going to be extremely close and physical throughout the second half. Prescott and Bradshaw Mountain will be back 7-7 at half.
We welcome you inside the broadcast booth where we're joined by the Director of Communications for the Northern Arizona Wranglers, our good friend, Mr. Tucker Welch. Tuck, great to see you again, my friend. We've had a coaching change just a couple miles away from here at the Finley Toyota Center. Tell us about Coach James and what you know about his attributes as he steps in here to replace head coach Les Moss.
Yes, sir. Super happy to be here. Just wanted to start off by thanking you.
We're happy to have you here.
Good to see you again.
Absolutely.
Coach Ron James comes in with a super impressive resume. We're really excited about him. You know, he kind of reminds me of Coach Moss in the sense that he comes with that resume.
Okay.
He's a two-time Arena Football League Coach of the Year, of course, transitioning into his first year as an Indoor Football League coach. But he's coached a myriad of teams. He's done GM roles. He's been in championships, Arena Bowls. So we're really excited for the resume, and his supporting staff is all-star too, the guys we brought in. So, yeah.
And the thing, too, is you brought back a couple of guys, David Elder and Chris Simon, but then you also signed a brand-new quarterback today. What can you tell us about him?
Christian Ehrenbeid, he comes from Kentucky Wesleyan College. He actually played overseas in Finland, so in the Finnish Maple League is what it's called.
Okay.
And he was the offensive player of the year out there, and I got to actually talk with Christian on the phone today, and we're super excited to have him joining the Wranglers too, and we can't wait to see what the product looks like and, you know, get him in camp and see what it goes.
Tell us about the mood from the ownership side of things and how excited they are to kind of get things started anew here for the Northern Arizona Wranglers with a new coach, some new players. Obviously, every season is kind of new in some respects, but talk to us about their attitude going into the 2025 campaign.
We are super positive. Ownership super positive. The coaching staff is super positive. It's kind of like the vibes trickle down, you know, which is great. We're super excited about the supporting coaching staff. Like I said, Sia Burley coming over from the Arizona Rattlers. And, you know, we can't wait to get this thing started for another year.
Great stuff. Tucker Welch, the Director of Communications for the Northern Arizona Wranglers, joining us here on the Halftime Show. We'll step aside, take a brief timeout, and return for more Halftime Show. We're watching Thursday Night Kickoff right here on Arizona CW7. Stay with us.
I
started working at a bakery when I was 16, so I paid into Social Security and Medicare for over 50 years, and I earned it. My husband and I depend on it to get by, but Carrie Lake would risk our benefits just to give tax cuts to the billionaires? That is ridiculous. You know what? She doesn't care about people like us. Carrie Lake will say or do anything to help herself.
Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
You know, in the time it took me to get this coffee, there was most likely a serious car accident here in the Valley. I'm attorney Fred Thomas. I grew up in the Valley. I've been helping injured people in the Valley for almost 20 years.
If you're injured, contact an attorney that, like you, calls the Valley home. And, like with so many others, will get you the compensation for your pain.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, call me, and I'll get you the compensation you deserve.
If you're injured, call Thomas Law.
When a patient comes to the emergency room, we don't care about their political party. We only care about helping them. In the State House, I worked with both parties to combat the flow of fentanyl across our border and increase funding for border security, and took on my own party as the only Democrat to crack down on fentanyl dealers. I'm Dr. Ramesh Shah, and I approve this message. In Congress, I'll stand up to the extremes on both sides and do what's right for the rest of us.
You want to talk about a hidden gem in Prescott, Arizona? You might have driven by this place a dozen times. Oh, that's good because it's a bakery. Maybe even a baker's dozen times. Here's where we are. Courthouse Square is right there. We're on the corner of Whiskey Row below the iconic St. Michael's Hotel. That is where you will find possibly some of the best baked goods you have ever had here at Grandma's Bakery. It's pretty sweet. Hi. Jess, hi. Thank you so much for having us. This is one of my very favorite places in Prescott. You guys have a cult following, especially your chocolate chip cookies. What kind of magic goes in there that you can discuss?
Well, mostly love, honestly. we pour our hearts into everything we do here.
Well, I know that there are some proprietary ingredients in your baked goods. So listen, you guys don't have to know what it is that makes these chocolate chip cookies and all their pastries so incredible, but just know that they are and that you should try them. I feel like at least 5 or 6 people told me, locals, that I had to come here for the cookies and the baked goods. You guys have a cult following. How loyal are your customers?
They're very loyal, actually. We have people that come every day for a cookie. I mean, just a cookie when they're walking by.
Well, you just walk it off.
Yep, exactly.
This bakery actually has quite a rich history in town. Tell me about that.
It's just about almost 40 years old. There's only been 2 owners. Jerry had it for 28 years, and I am in November going to hit my 10 years.
Congrats.
Thank you.
So I started coming here, our crew, after it was recommended so many times. Every time we would be shooting in the area, the locals would tell us to come to Grandma. So I came for the cookies because that's what you're famous for. But at one point, I tried a bagel. I brought it home to my husband, who's lived in New York, and he has proclaimed that Grandma's Everything Bagel is the single best bagel he's ever had, having lived in New York and LA.
Thank you. Yeah, well, we try and keep it authentic. We boil our bagels.
That's the key, right?
That is the key.
So tell me about that. You boil it. And I've heard that the water is really important, that you're boiling it in.
You know, they say that in New York, that it's got New York water, but we use bakery water, and
it's just fine.
It is just as
I don't know what bakery water is, but I want that to be a perfume. Can you start selling Grandma's bakery water?
Yep, yes we can. We'll start bottling it up.
It does smell incredible in here.
Yeah.
So you guys are also known for your black and whites. And talk to me about the sugar cookie. Those are so festive and cute.
Sugar shapes. Yeah, we try and theme them out for, you know, Valentine's Day we'll do hearts. St. Patrick's Day we got shamrocks. Eggs for Easter. Springtime, so we have flowers.
Can we talk about, I guess this would technically be a donut, an eclair, right?
Kind of. It's not fried, though. It's baked.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's filled with custard.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And people love those. If you want those, you need to come early. They go fast.
This is going to sell out?
those sell out.
So, like, the street value of this eclair is pretty high right now. You know what I mean? I could probably buy it and flip it
Exactly.
for double.
Yeah.
Your baked goods, your bread, is not only just available here, but you sell them to a lot of restaurants in town. What are some of the places where people might have already eaten your bread or buns and they don't even know it?
Well, we do all the buns for Sammy's Burger Joint, and they're located out by the Watson
People love
Lake.
that place.
People love them. Yeah, they're amazing. Their burgers are killer. We do the bagels for the porch and the Century Lounge. We do hot dog buns for Oogie's. We are rodeo sponsors, so during rodeo week, we do all of their bread.
By the way, I think 2 weeks ago, I always listen. Confession. Do I look at the day-old basket? I do. Because I think things are usually half off in there.
Yep, we sell all of our day-old stuff for $5.
I think a couple weeks ago, I got a day-old focaccia.
Yeah.
And then on the drive back to Phoenix, I was like, I'm just going to have a bite. And then I'm just going to have another bite.
Yeah.
And then a couple towns later, I'd eaten half the focaccia.
Yeah, that happens. Yep. Yeah, it's a great pull apart. It's great for parties, hummus.
It's easy to pack. Like if you're at a picnic, a hike, you take it with you.
Yep.
Do you do something with your day-olds that you don't sell?
Everything that we don't sell, we donate to Salvation Army, Meals on Wheels, and U.S. Vets.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So nothing gets thrown away ever in this bakery.
You're really a part of the community here, and again, I know that because so many people told us to come here. We're like, okay, we get it, we'll come. One of the things that you've added to this 40-year-old institution is the coffee. So before I let you go, tell me what makes your coffee special.
It is locally roasted right down the road from the Roasted Odd. She does all of our espresso. She does all different blends of coffee. And she's just amazing. You can get her coffee a number of different places around town. We sell it by the pound.
So if you want to have breakfast like a true local, you just come see Jess. You have your Danish, you have your local coffee.
Yep.
And then it's just like being at grandma's.
Yep. And we do savory too. We do bagel sandwiches now. We have ham and cheese croissants. So it's not just all sweet stuff.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Look. Look at
Hurt in a wreck? The insurance company is going to offer you a little check. We turn low offers into big checks. Hurt in a wreck? You need a real check? Make one call. That's all.
Murder and rope is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Trump intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations, to cut Social Security and Medicare, to impose what is in effect a national sales tax. When I am president, I will bring down the cost of groceries. My tax plan will give 100 million more Americans a tax cut. And unlike Donald Trump, I will always put the middle class and working families first.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
Get Lerner and Rowe. Get your check. Get Lerner and Rowe.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
Get Lerner and Rowe. Get smart. Get Lerner and Rowe.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Kickoff. We're getting ready for the second half between Bradshaw Mountain and Prescott. I'm joined by Coach Bob Young of Bradshaw Mountain. Coach, what are you looking for your team coming into the second half?
Well, we got to contain Uriah Tannett. Obviously, we did a pretty good job first half, and we got to get back to running the football a little bit and mix in that passing game.
Coach, this has been a very physical game. You guys run that wing T offense. How do you think it is so important to win the line of scrimmage in this one as you look to compete in the second half?
Well, it's crucial. If you don't win a line of scrimmage, you can't run the ball. That first drive we had, we were outstanding, and they made some adjustments. So hopefully we got some counter adjustments here.
Coach, this is the Crosstown Showdown. You guys have your home fans out in a heat. The energy is obviously able to be felt on the field. How do you think your players are reacting to that?
Well, they're playing well. They're playing their guts out, so that's all I can ask.
Absolutely, guys. We'll have more of the Thursday night kickoff after this. It's 7-7. We'll see you in the second half after break.
When a patient comes to the emergency room, we don't care about their political party. We only care about helping them. In the State House, I worked with both parties to combat the flow of fentanyl across our border and increase funding for border security, and took on my own party as the only Democrat to crack down on fentanyl dealers. I'm Dr. Ramesh Shah, and I approve this message. In Congress, I'll stand up to the extremes on both sides and do what's right for the rest of us.
Across the green desert to where the mountains touch the sky. This is Sanderson Ford Country, where Arizona's pride. Sanderson Ford Country, built on serving you. Sanderson Ford, satisfaction in Colorado's fair. Where Arizona's pride. Sanderson Ford.
Serving the people of Arizona isn't a solo mission. It takes a team working together to deliver results. Ruben Gallego knows that. He learned it from his mom, a single mother of 4, and his brothers in the Marine Corps as they fought in some of the deadliest combat in Iraq. And that's how he'll approach his work in the Senate. Arizonans want Congress to bring down costs, secure the border, and protect abortion rights no matter what. And together, that's what we'll do.
I'm Ruben Gallego, and I approve this message.
I worked for 25 years as a nurse. I paid into Social Security every month. Now that I'm retired, I need that money for groceries and bills. But the way Trump is talking about cutting Social Security, it's crazy. Cutting Social Security is like giving the middle finger to the middle class. Kamala Harris will protect Social Security, not cut it.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
We welcome you back to Bob Pavlich Field here in Prescott Valley, Arizona. We're about ready for our second half to commence. James Boovy coming to you live here alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Parker Garage Park. A great halftime show. Great to be joined by Tucker Welch from the Northern Arizona Wranglers. The great piece there from Teresa Strasser making me hungry for some dessert. But we got a great game here in front of us coming up for this second half.
Yeah, super tight between these two rivals. It seems like you can cut the tension with a knife between these two fan bases out here in their respective areas. But yeah, super tight. Excited to see how both teams come out here in the beginning of the third quarter to try and get the first score of the game. Or excuse me, the second half.
Back deep to receive for Prescott. It'll be Johan Gunderman and Josiah Peoples. Trevor Head will kick it off, the senior, to start our second half of the 33rd edition of the Crosstown Showdown. Student sections are out in force, and our second half is underway. Ball fielded inside the 5-yard line. Here comes Gunderman. A big head of steam and a lot of room to run. He's still on his feet all the way across midfield. 10-5, touchdown Prescott Badgers. A house call for Johan Gunderman to start this second half. And that's just what the doctor ordered if you're Coach Collette and the Badgers.
And it seemed like the Prescott bench knew there was a hole. It seemed like when he came down, I saw all the Prescott Badgers just start pointing like this. He had green grass right in front of him, and that is the exact way I feel like you want to come out if you're Prescott here to go up one score.
You talk about a statement to open up half number 2. That's exactly what that was right there for the Prescott Badgers. It took all of 13 seconds for Johan Gunderman to march down the field, fielding that ball, I want to say about the 3-yard line. So we'll call it a 97-yard kickoff return in 13 seconds. seconds, Parker. You do the math, that's moving.
Yeah, and with the speed, with Tannett, with Peoples, with Gunderman, this offense is just deadly. But with him being able to break through a couple of spots and go to the house, I mean, what a start for Prescott here in the second half.
We could feel the breeze up here in the press box as Gunderman ran right in front of us here. And I think you were right that sideline knew it was coming. They could feel it, and Gunderman just felt it and hit the hole. There was no hesitation whatsoever. I got him in focus there in the binoculars, and he just hit the jets.
Yeah, and when you're Bradshaw Mountain now, you got to respond.
Yes.
Maybe not with, of course, a house call like that and bring off 13 more seconds, but you got to respond. Use that run game that you had. You had a lot of momentum and a lot of confidence in that throughout the first 2 quarters, but how do you respond after a play like that?
Back deep to receive, Kylan Jackson and Sean Hughes for Bradshaw Mountain. And Johan Gunderman still out there on the field. He's going to kick this one away. Gunderman feeling it tonight, swinging that right leg through after that 97-yard house call, and he almost put that thing through the uprights there, Parker.
Yeah, what a kick. He's a kicker, he's a kick returner, and then a receiver as well, but heck of a player that Gunderman is. Tonight's coverage is being brought to you in part by the Spirit Consultants, Arizona official cheer and dance instructional company. So shout out to them.
Absolutely right. These cheerleaders on both sidelines tonight here doing a great job. As you can hear, their sound mixed into our program here tonight on Thursday Night Kickoff. Courtesy of our audio engineer, Mr. Stephen Moore, who also helps us out in Prescott Valley with the Northern Arizona Wranglers. So they will back the ball up now to the 20-yard line here for the touchback. And Michael Sanford and the crew will go back to work. Inside handoff. Caleb Deacons out near the 25-yard line. Stopped on the play by Delamonte Boynton. The 5'10", 190-pound junior hanging on and waiting for help right there as Deacons making his way through the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Michael Sanford, the quarterback for Bradshaw Mountain, the junior. Just got to keep his guys calm, keeping his guys cool and collected. With this, use the offensive line, though, and the power run that they've been using in the first half.
Kylan Jackson gets the call now, bends it back, and gets about 5, maybe 6 yards on the carry. Stopped on the play by Josiah Peoples. Penalty flag on the play, so we'll check the laundry on the field.
Holding offense number 50. 2 yards from the spot of the foul.
Was that on me?
No.
Christian Luthien with a hold right there for Bradshaw Mountain, so they'll back him up. A 5-yard loss will make it 2nd down and 12 here. Just inside our 3rd quarter of action. They hand it off, far side. Ran out of bounds there by Uriah Tannett. Is number 3, Sean Hughes for Bradshaw Mountain. And Hughes had himself a number of big carries there in the first half.
Yeah, being able to get the ball back close to the first down line. Great run for the Bears right there with just close to 10 minutes left here in the 3rd.
Ball rests at the 23-yard line of Bradshaw Mountain. 3rd down and 7, and this is a big play right here for Bradshaw. You mentioned the response they need to do here for the Bears, and they got to convert this 3rd down and keep the drive moving. Sanford goes under center. They motion one. They'll do a toss. Kylan Jackson comes near side. Great blocking on the edge out across the 30-yard line. And it'll be very near the line to gain. Looks like he's going to be a yard short. 4th down and 1 here, and if you're Bradshaw Mountain, I think you might have to keep the offense on the field right here.
Yeah, I think you got to go to either Kylan Jackson or Caleb Deacons in this scenario. 4th and short, you've been able to use it before. Let's see what they can do here.
They hurry to the line. They hand it to the up back. It's Caleb Deacons. Deacons plunges across the 30-yard line. First down, Bradshaw Mountain Bears, and they keep the drive alive.
Smart play by the Bradshaw coaching staff, led by Bob Young. First down, keep the chains going, and keep using this run game like they have all night long.
First down and 10 now for Bradshaw Mountain from their own 31-yard line. 9.5 minutes to play here in our third quarter. A good one for you here for Prescott Valley. They'll hand it off, far side. Hughes gets the call. Rumbles out to the 35-yard line. Sean Hughes brought down there after a 5-yard gain. It'll bring up second down and 6. They'll give him 4 yards on the scamper. Second and 6 upcoming here for Bradshaw Mountain.
What's been most impressive, too, with how they've been able to respond with at least these close first downs, every player's in motion. They know what they're going to be doing. They know what the assignments they have. But again, second and about, looks like 6 right now for Bradshaw.
Sanford goes under center, and just like that, we have whistles.
And it looked like a player was late coming off due to possibly a uniform malfunction or something.
We got Cooper Kaysen tugging at the back of his jersey right there. And now we're ready to resume play here. Second down and 6. Action Jackson gets the call. He plunges ahead to the 40-yard line. Stopped on the play there by Wyatt Pierce. Penalty flag on the play, and so we'll see if this one stands. As Kylan Jackson with another nice gainer, if it holds, for Bradshaw Mountain. Personal foul assessed to Prescott. So that'll give Bradshaw 15 free yards, and I think if you're Coach Young right now, trailing 13-7, you'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. It looked like there was a bit of a scuffle. Don't know who the Bradshaw Mountain player was, but for Prescott, it was Cooper Caseman, looked like in the backfield. Ref called it quick, possibly unnecessary roughness, something like that. We couldn't hear the ref, but great for Bradshaw Mountain fans to see what they can do.
Back to pass. Sanford goes down the field. It's caught across the 20-yard line, rumbling inside the 10. And how about the gain and the catch there for Gage Benjamin? 5'7", 140 pounds. He got open down the field, and Michael Sanford able to connect on the long bomb.
And the thing that makes their defense, at least passing-wise, super deadly in spots is they don't have a one go-to receiver, 2 go-to guys like Prescott may have. They're able to use a couple of guys in different spots, get the ball moving, and now look at them right by the 10-yard line.
First down and goal here for Bradshaw Mountain. They hand it off. Still churning the legs right there. That was Caleb Deacons. So Bradshaw Mountain down to the 3-yard line now. Second down and goal here for the Bears. The response is on. Out of the double wing, they hand it to the up back. Into the end zone. Will wait the call. And they spot him short of the goal line. The head linesman flies in and says he's about a half-yard shy of pay dirt. So it's literally spotted at the half-yard line now. Third down and goal upcoming here for the Bears as we're under 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Sanford keeps it, plunges into the end zone for the touchdown. The quarterback calling his own number right there at the goal line. And Michael Sanford behind that big offensive line. You'll see him move the pile right there. And they're going to tie this one up at 13 apiece with 6:45 remaining here in our third quarter.
And not necessarily a tush push, but the quarterback being able to use his offensive line in a great way, get the score, get the response back. 6:47 left here with a chance to go up 1.
Moving up front, penalty flags fly. As you can see, Prescott a little bit offsides there on the PAT attempt. Trevor Head on for the attempt here for Bradshaw Mountain. Offsides is the call. So it'll move it a little bit closer. Josiah Acuna on to hold. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it goes right down Glassford Hill Road. Our score was 6:45 remaining here in our third quarter. The Bradshaw Mountain Bears lead the Prescott Badgers 14-13. We'll step aside, take a brief timeout, and back to Bob Pavlich Field after the break.
Thursday Night Kickoff is sponsored in part by Thomas Law Group.
You know, in the time it took me to get this coffee, there was most likely a serious car accident here in the Valley. I'm attorney Fred Thomas. I grew up in the Valley. I've been helping injured people in the Valley for almost 20 years.
If you're injured, contact an attorney that, like you, calls the Valley home. And, like with so many others, will get you the compensation for your pain.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, call me, and I'll get you the compensation you deserve.
If you're injured, call Thomas Law.
I'm a lifelong Republican, and I voted for Trump twice, but I can't do it again. Trump wants a national sales tax on imported goods. It'll make everything more expensive for regular people, all while giving tax breaks to billionaires.
You're rich as hell. We're going to give you tax cuts?
Kamala Harris is for regular people. She wants a tax cut for 100 million Americans, so we keep more of our hard-earned money. I'm a proud Republican, but this year, I'm voting for Kamala Harris.
FF PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
14-13 our score with 6 minutes and 47 seconds remaining here in our third quarter. We welcome you back to Bradshaw Mountain High School here in Prescott Valley, Arizona. A mile above sea level up here, and I don't care if you're used to this or not, it becomes a factor as you get later into the ballgame.
For sure. And, you know, with how this game has gone, been back and forth, guys probably getting tired. But I'm really excited to see what can happen here in the middle of the third quarter.
Prescott returns it out to the 40-yard line. It's time to give you that Thomas Law Student Athlete of the Week, presented by Thomas Law, a personal injury law firm making law personal. This one comes to us from Bradshaw Mountain High School. It's the kicker, Trevor Head, a football player who also runs track. Also looks like he's an ASU fan as well, sporting a 4.5 GPA, National Honor Society member, Student Athlete Leadership Team, and a member of the Engineering Club. He also wants to be an engineer and possibly a marathon runner, so look for Trevor Head in a future Olympic Games possibly. Who knows? Congratulations, young man. Our Thomas Law Student Athlete of the Week from Bradshaw Mountain High School. Penalty flags on the play.
12 men on the field. 5-yard penalty still for
12 men on the field.
That is not a call you see often in high school football, I feel like. It is a 12-man penalty. But again, tough break for Bradshaw, giving up these costly penalties in weird spots.
So now a little bit more extracurricular activity and another penalty flag and a chance to use our ref mic.
the snap. Illegal substitution, defense, 12 men on the field. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
The second 12 men on the field call there, as you see Prescott lining up and ready to take advantage of the miscues there, as Bradshaw Mountain looks a little discombobulated there for a moment. Uriah Tannett now has a full house backfield. He'll hand it to Adam Lloyd. He'll come near side, and then Lloyd is ripped down by Kylan Jackson. What a great tackle there in the open space on Lloyd.
To go back to the penalty real quick, we just said we don't really see 12-man penalties one time, but 2 in a row is unheard of. But Prescott got to take advantage of moments like this. Around the 50-yard line, use that run game, get the passing game also going a little bit with Peoples and Gunderman. But Bradshaw Mountain cannot have these mistakes happen anymore.
Uriah Tannett, quarterback keeper out the right-hand side. He turns the corner across the 45, forced out on the far side by Gage Benjamin. And yet another penalty flag hits the Yavapai night sky.
And it might be a late hit on Tannett.
We got all kinds of dignitaries out here tonight with us. Representatives from the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl are on hand to present a belt tonight to their MVP.
Dead ball, personal foul, defensive.
So the Bradshaw Mountain Bears giving this drive away here to the Prescott Badgers. And they got to get this thing under control and get it under control quickly.
Prescott hasn't really done anything through these first 6 minutes. You mean to get the kick return touchdown at the first play of the half, and they've just been getting walked down from Bradshaw penalties.
Handoff, Adam Lloyd up the gut, plunges his way out to the 20-yard line. Stopped on the play there by Draven Gilbert. Gilbert, 5'11", 170-pound junior. Prescott now with a little bit of pace here. Adam Lloyd gets the call through the blockers. And a nice run there for number 21, as he will get a Prescott Badgers first down. And now we'll see if Prescott can take advantage of those penalties by Bradshaw and keep marching. Uriah Tenet, once again, Adam Lloyd sidestepping a defender, leaning across the 10-yard line. They'll spot him down at the 10. It'll be 2nd down and 6 upcoming here for Prescott. Full house backfield once again for Uriah Tenet. He hands to the tailback. And that looks to be number 9, Isaac Braceno. But a penalty flag on the play, and we'll get the official word from our AIA officiating crew here. As always, under the direction of Brian Gessner.
Illegal substitution. Offense. 5 yards from the previous spot. Down.
So as much as we have been talking about how Adam Lloyd has been a big difference in the run game, he was late coming off the field, kind of jogging his way through. Tenet snapped it too quickly. Refs saw it immediately. You're going to bring back the Badgers a couple of yards. After getting their hand held, it seemed like being able to walk down the field here in the red zone.
No doubt about it. Tenet and his club now go back to work here. 14-yard line, right hash. Adam Lloyd gets the call. And a nice job with outside contain there for Bradshaw Mountain. Once again, a penalty flag flies. We haven't seen many of those on this drive here, have we, Parker? They can't stay in the pockets right here on this drive, I tell you what. CW Sports Saturday comes your way. CW7 Arizona is your home for college football. This Saturday, it's North Carolina taking on Virginia in an ACC showdown. Beginning at 9 a.m., followed by NASCAR Xfinity Racing from Miami, Florida. CW7 Sports Saturday starts at 9 a.m. Don't you miss a minute. 4 receivers left now. They'll motion Adam Lloyd across. Tenet will roll out. Braden Monday bearing down on him, and the ball falls incomplete. Tenet trying to connect with Eli Allen, but pressure applied from the backside that time. It looked like Braden Monday once again running that hoop there for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears.
Yeah, Tenet read the blitz coming from Monday, went to his left, tried finding a man downfield, no one there. Going to bring up 3rd and long here. And in this scenario, I feel like even on 4th down, you kind of got to go for it.
Tenet will trot on here with a play call on 3rd down and 19. What do you got in the playbook for 3rd and 19, Parker?
Throw it.
Tenet rolls out. Now he'll set the feet. Look downfield. Go to the air. He's got a man, but it's too tall for his intended target, Johan Gunderman. And Gunderman has had himself a game here tonight, but Tenet, too much air underneath that Wilson football right there.
Yeah, just a little bit too much. Kind of overthrew Gunderman as well. Right idea, though. And now you got 4th and 19, but you're still around like the 18-yard line in Bradshaw's territory. I say you go for it instead of go for the kick and settle.
Penalty flag on the play.
to the head. 15 yards from the previous spot, still third down.
Personal foul assessed to Prescott right there, an illegal hit to the head. So that'll cost him 15 yards. And you can see the tension here. We talked about it in the first half, 14-13. With just over 4 minutes remaining here in our third quarter, and it's only going to get more tense as we get into that fourth.
Hit to the head is also not a play you regularly see in high school football. I mean, yeah, careful, like just like I did, but yeah, it just brings Prescott back even farther.
Tannett looks to throw, goes to the air. It falls incomplete, trying to connect with Josiah Peoples. And Peoples double covered down there, well covered, I must add, by the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. And you got to hand it to those defensive backs, Antonio Valenzuela and Casey Bowman, doing a great job locating the receiver and then locating the football and avoiding any sort of pass interference call.
Yeah, Peoples is a go-to, though, for this Prescott offense. You got 4th and 30. I mean, you got to go for it in those scenarios, but the 3rd and 30, saw the man downfield. I think with Peoples' athleticism that he has, though, it wasn't a bad shot to take.
4th down and 33. Uriah Tannett now out of a double wing. Lloyd stays in the block. Tannett's flushed out. Looks downfield. He's got pressure from behind. He'll throw across his body, trying to find Gunderman, and he connects with him in the end zone for the touchdown. How about that play? Uriah Tannett dropping a dime in the bucket there to Johan Gunderman.
I mean, a 40-yard pass downfield. You get pressure from 3 defenders. Being able to pass it to Gunderman like that might have been one of the most impressive plays I've seen all season long. But Uriah Tannett, just a do-it-all for this Badgers team.
On a 3rd down and 33, Tannett comes out and says, I'm going to get some on this one right here. Go deep, number 2. 2 stays in from the PAT now. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's good. The Prescott Badgers lead the Bradshaw Mountain Bears by the score of 20-14 with 3 minutes and 54 seconds remaining here in our third quarter. My goodness, what a play. It's time for the Next Care Urgent Care Health Tip. Whether you're an athlete or not, here's some great information for you. You can protect your vision by eating a well-balanced diet, wearing sunglasses, which I always have to do, Parker, and avoiding long exposure to computer screens, which I can never seem to avoid, being an IT guy. Remember, 80% of emergency room visits can be treated at Next Care Urgent Care for an average of 1/3 of the cost. So make sure you find your local Next Care Urgent Care in advance for when that time may arise you might need those services. Back and forth we go. 3:54 remaining here in the third quarter. 6-1 and 5-2. We'll get you some other scores from around the Grand Canyon State here in just a little bit. This one kicked off and trickles out of bounds. Penalty flag on the far side. And so that'll give a few additional yards there to Bradshaw Mountain. Still going back to that touchdown pass. How about it?
Illegal procedure. Kick out on the kicking. By rule, that ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. Thank you.
Illegal procedure there on Prescott. So that'll give Bradshaw Mountain some additional yardage. It'll be 1st down and 10 now from the Bears' 35. Sanford hands it off. Up the gut. Braden Monday still on his feet. High stepping through the defense. All the way out to the 45-yard line goes Braden Monday. And watch the scoots right here for number 22.
And it looked like at the beginning of the play, number 79 for Prescott, Blake McGlory, the 6'5", 300-pound defensive lineman, may even moved a little bit. Refs didn't see it. I thought it could have been an offside, but it doesn't matter. 1st down for the Bears.
Bradshaw Mountain 1st down and 10 now from the Prescott 44. They hand it off, and not a whole lot of room to run there for Caden Ricketts, a 5'8", 155-pound freshman, as we have another penalty flag here. They are intent on wearing out our ref mic battery here this evening.
Clap your hands, everybody! Everybody, clap your hands!
Holding on the offense, so that'll back up Bradshaw Mountain a few yards, back to their own 46 now.
You got it right?
Clap your hands, everybody! Everybody, clap your hands!
So first down and 20 now here for Bradshaw Mountain as they go back to work. Sanford under center. Kalen Jackson gets the call. And he is brought down shortly after the handoff there by the opposing running back, number 21, Adam Lloyd. And Lloyd doing a great job there on the edge on defense there for the Badgers.
Yeah, Prescott got to lock him down right now. I think for all the Badgers fans around, they've had a lot of lucky breaks so far in this third quarter with the kick return touchdown and then being able to just get walked down from Bradshaw penalties and get the score by the incredible pass from Uriah Tenet. But you got to lock him down here if you're Prescott.
Sanford under center, hands it off. A lot of traffic there in the middle of the field. Caleb Deacons gets the call. And he is swarmed by the Prescott Badgers defense. Making first contact there for Prescott was Brody Hanna.
Yeah, the whole defensive line there just seemed to break down and split through Bradshaw Mountain's offensive line, get the easy tackle, bring up third and long here in a key part, I feel like, to the second half.
Absolutely right. Bradshaw's must convert right here. Play fake. Sanford loads up, goes downfield. Braden Monday, it falls incomplete. Penalty flags fly from all directions. Adam Lloyd in coverage that time for Prescott, and no doubt that'll be defensive pass interference when it's made official here momentarily.
That's a tough call.
That is tough. And you have to applaud the extra effort right there from Braden Monday, not giving up on the play and trying to run through the effort, if you could follow me on that.
Pass interference defense, number 21.
So as we mentioned, that was assessed to Adam Lloyd, and that's exactly what Bradshaw Mountain needed right there to keep the drive alive, and you got to credit him as well with taking a shot down the field.
Well, I think, too, with Lloyd wasn't looking at the ball. So when you're able to just kind of blocking like that, Monday's able to get his hands out, show the pass interference. And I think since he wasn't looking at Sanford, that's why they called it the pass interference. But, yeah, a huge break for the Bears. I think you talk about the 3rd and 15. That's the key part, the key possession in this game to try and respond back. But a huge break for the Bears to put them in Prescott's territory.
Now it's going to be 3rd and inches here, it looks like. High formation now for the Bears. They hand it to the tailback. Jackson goes far side. Ran out of bounds on the far side by Uriah Tenet. And not before the Bradshaw Mountain Bears once again move the chains and get ever closer to pay dirt as we approach 2 minutes remaining here in our third quarter. Back and forth we go with this ball game, Parker. Start your engines and strap yourself in. Saturday, the road to the championship rolls on with NASCAR Xfinity Playoffs live from Homestead, Miami. CW7 brings you every lap, every turn of NASCAR's top 12 drivers. Coverage begins at 4 right here on CW7 Arizona. Handoff inside. And that was Kylan Jackson once again. Jackson picking up a few yards there. They'll give him 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 6 upcoming here for Bradshaw Mountain.
And I think when you get in these spots, 2nd, 6th, 3rd, and close, use the running backs like you've been using all night long. If it is Jackson or if it is Deacons, Jackson been the hot guy so far through the second half. So he's been good, should be the go-to guy here for the Bears.
Caleb Deacons gets the call as they motion Jackson over. And they are looking for a possible turnover here as Prescott thought they had the football. There you can see on the replay, can't quite tell if it came loose. Prescott sure thought it did. Cooper Kaysen in there.
By contact.
So it'll ultimately be a gain of a yard on the play. 3rd down and 5 now for Bradshaw Mountain. They hand it to the tailback. Kylan Jackson, far side. Stiff arm. Forced out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Cooper Kaysen out there patrolling for the Prescott Badgers.
He's been really great in these outside runs. He's not really been able to go through the middle of the offense line, but sneaking out through the outside, getting close to the line where he's able to go down to the house. But yeah, he's just been a power running back so far here for the Bears.
First down and goal for Bradshaw Mountain. Kylan Jackson gets stoned at the line of scrimmage. And who else? Number 32, Brody Hanna.
And kind of like I just said, Jackson trying to go through the middle of his offensive line. No, it's going to be Hanna right there with him. Just a great play defensively for the Badgers.
Credit Cooper Kaysen as well. He was also one of the stop there. A team effort on that tackle right there, as you have to most times against Kylan Jackson. Second and goal here for the Bears. And that's the end of our third quarter. Our score, the Prescott Badgers 20 and the Bradshaw Mountain Bears 14. Stay with us. Fourth quarter coming up next. You're watching Thursday Night Kickoff right here on CW7 Arizona. We will welcome you back to Prescott Valley after the break.
We love doctors. They bring us into the world. They take care of us when we're sick.
But when they make a mistake during pregnancy or childbirth, it can have lifelong catastrophic consequences for you and your child. If you believe your child suffered a birth injury, call Lerner and Rowe today.
I started working at a bakery when I was 16, so I paid into Social Security and Medicare for over 50 years. And I earned it. My husband and I depend on it to get by. But Carrie Lake would risk our benefits just to give tax cuts to the billionaires? That is ridiculous. You know what? She doesn't care about people like us. Carrie Lake will say or do anything to help herself.
Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
Big rigs can cause big injuries. Get big help. Get Lerner and Rowe.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Welcome back to Bob Pavlich Field. 3 quarters in the books. The Prescott Badgers leading the Bradshaw Mountain Bears 20-14, but Bradshaw once again knocking on that door here, Parker, as it's been a back-and-forth ball game all night long.
I think this has been one of the most competitive games we've had on our schedule this entire season, but I think the rivalry is living up to the hype that we have talked about all week long and leading into this game. But Bradshaw in a great position to respond to an already very solid third quarter there for both sides.
Split backs for Sanford. Low snap, inside toss. Outside, the ball is stopped short of the goal line. That'll be a tackle for a loss right there. Braden Monday got the toss. And who else? Brody Hanna knifing in there off the edge for the stop. We'll check the penalty flag here in a moment. And the early indication is holding against Bradshaw Mountain.
I think when you have that many guys in motion, it was a quick pitch to one of their players that was coming through. But you got like 5 or 6 guys in there. Things are going to get a bit messy. And the way that happens is a tough break again for Bradshaw here at the beginning of their first play in the fourth quarter.
Previous spot. Still
holding on the play, so that'll back up Bradshaw Mountain. And it'll be second down and goal, something we don't say often. Second and goal from the 18 right here for the Bears, just inside our fourth quarter of action. We're so glad you joined us tonight. Wherever you may be watching, whether you're watching through an over-the-air antenna, you got us on YouTube TV, Hulu Plus Live TV. I mean, we're coming at you from all angles here tonight from Prescott Valley, Arizona. Sanford under center, turns and gives. Kylan Jackson still on his feet, weaving his way through traffic down to the 10-yard line. What a great play there from Kylan Jackson.
Yeah, being able to put them pretty much in the exact spot they were before the penalty puts them in great position here on third down. You know, I think this might be one of the biggest keys, biggest plays, I think, for Bradshaw Mountain here in this entire game if they can respond.
No doubt about it. They'll sub a couple guys out here. Sanford has the play call. Caleb Deakins, the lone setback. He'll go from the tailback position, play fake. Sanford under pressure, he's going to go down, and a penalty flag in the backfield. Outstanding rush there provided by Prescott, and really nowhere to go with the football. No time to let the play develop there for Bradshaw Mountain as Cooper Kaysen was bearing down on Michael Sanford. Holding declined by Prescott, so that'll bring up a 4th down now. 4th down and goal here for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears from the Prescott 12-yard line. So this will be an interesting one right here as they're going to set up for a field goal attempt. Trevor Head on, and this will be a 29-yard attempt. Timeout on the field called by Bradshaw Mountain. So they want to talk this one over. Are you looking for more high school coverage? Then head on over to CW7AZ.com or just scan that QR code on your screen right now, and you'll find links for our Friday Night Red Zone, our exclusive coaches show, the pep rally held here this morning at Bradshaw Mountain High School with Brad Perry, and upcoming schedules and more. It's all right there. CW7AZ.com, your destination for Arizona high school football, and we are so blessed to be on the air this season. This is game 10, Parker, of 12 this season on the network. Yeah, I've been super grateful to be on the sidelines with this incredible team that we got with CW and all the people that we work with here. Been a great season of football for us, and cannot wait to see what the future holds. So now they'll reset once again, and Trevor Head will get ready for the 29-yard field goal attempt. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. And he puts it through the uprights. 20-17 our score. A 3-point ball game with 10 minutes and 27 seconds remaining here in our 4th quarter. Folks, don't go anywhere. We have got an amazing game for you here tonight from Prescott Valley. It's the shows the pros watch inside the NFL. Go inside the huddle of today's top NFL teams with trusted expert analysis. Ryan Clark, Bill Belichick, Chad Johnson, and Chris Long get you ready for all the week's NFL action with Inside the NFL. Now on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock right here on CW7 Arizona. Get you some scores from around the Grand Canyon State. 7 varsity football games in action tonight, one of them being right here on Bob Pavlich Field. And how about that? The Horizon Huskies leading by 3 over the Higley Knights, 17-14. Brophy blowing the doors off of the Corona del Sol Aztecs, 45-0. The Globe Tigers lead the Alchese Falcons, 26-14. And Monument Valley all over Window Rock, as we've seen all night long. Prescott now trying to reverse field, and they are stopped on the far side. That was Adam Lloyd. Correction, that was Josiah Peoples. And Peoples wrestled to the turf there by a couple of Bradshaw Mountain Bears. So Prescott going to go back on offense here with a 3-point lead. 10-18 remaining here in the 4th quarter. This is where Bradshaw Mountain's defense really has to make that stop. You got 5 caused fumbles on the year, 62 tackles per game. This is the type of moment right now with just 10 minutes to go where they got to make a play and and really honestly try to tie it or win the game. Let's send it down to our sideline reporter here in a moment, Mr. Sam Goodman. We're not set yet. Take it away, Sam.
Well, guys, this game has been extremely close, but the energy is seeming to get to the players a little bit for both Prescott and Bradshaw Mountain. Both coaches on both sidelines have been yelling not just at the officials, but at their players. Discipline is the key, especially late in this game. It's going to be important to keep your energy and ego in check for the last half of this game before it ends. Back to you guys.
Well said, Sam. This is no doubt a war of attrition here, especially tonight with a 20-17 ball game, but still a whole lot of football left to be played. Over 9 minutes of ball exactly to be remaining here in regulation, I think we're safe to say now, because we could very well have overtime, possibly, depending on how things go. Adam Lloyd gets the call. They'll go off the left-hand side and move the chains now for the Prescott Badgers out to their own 31-yard line.
I think Prescott's game plan seems pretty obvious here. Just drain the clock as much as you can. Use the run game to get those first downs. But again, Tannett, the dangerous quarterback he is, he can break out on a run at any moment.
This time he'll hand it off to Adam Lloyd, coming near side. Stopped on the play there by Diego Galaz, and Galaz almost ripping that ball out of Adam Lloyd's midsection right there on his way by.
You see that a lot nowadays, though, either the ripping of the ball or like the punching out. You see it all the time in college and the NFL, and it's trickled its way down to the high school scene at times. But, you know, for Prescott's running backs and Tannett, you know, you got to make sure you have that ball in grip or else it's going to come out.
Tannett, play fake. He'll keep it himself out the left side. Still on his feet. Braden Monday gets on and hangs on for help. Out near the 45, out to the 44-yard line goes Uriah Tannett. And once again, a chain-moving first down here for the Prescott Badgers.
And the clock's going with it. Just a little over 8 minutes here left. 20-17. This game is tight. The crowd seems very tense with both student sections still intact here. But yeah, this is going to be a huge moment for Prescott to see if they can keep getting these first downs and make their way downfield.
No one has gone anywhere tonight here in the Crosstown Showdown. It has lived up to the billing. Adam Lloyd, left side. Across the 45, out to the 48. He'll pick up 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 6 upcoming here for Prescott, and they're trying to hurry up a little bit. Full house backfield now for Tannett. He got him on a hard count.
Prior to the snap. 56.
Following the game tonight, be sure to stick around for CW7 Prime and their all-new game night featuring Scrabble and Trivial Pursuit. It's entertaining, challenging, and as we like to say here on CW7 Arizona, it's all good. I knew you wouldn't do that in harmony with me because it was your first time, and I'm going to give you a pass on that right there. It took me and Ed a couple games to get that thing down, but I think we got it tuned up right now. Tannett, left side, directing traffic, goes up top. It falls incomplete, trying to connect with Josiah Peoples. And Braden Monday down there almost had himself an INT.
It looked like it went off the helmet of one of the Bradshaw defensive backs at the last second. Or maybe it looked like the chest or something. But I do want to hit at the It's All Good. My dad actually told me, he's like, he loves the broadcast. He loves listening to you guys. He's like, it's always so funny when they say it's all good during the game. So.
Well, I'm glad somebody likes it, right? Oh, man. That is good stuff. 3rd and 11 here for the Badgers. Adam Lloyd tries to bounce it outside. He'll get back to the original line, he'll get enough for the first down. My mistake. So on 3rd and short, Adam Lloyd makes it happen and keeps the drive alive for Prescott.
And to go back to the offside for Bradshaw's defense line, that's the 2nd or 3rd time Tannett has done that. He is a master, it seems like, at getting these guys offside and going and getting that first down. But clock is still going down, too, as Prescott is trying to hold on to this lead.
Full house backfield now. They send blockers ahead. A little lead ISO there. And Adam Lloyd will pick up, we'll call it 2 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 now as we approach 6 minutes remaining here in regulation. What a football game we got here tonight.
And they're playing this smart, just keeping the ball in the middle of the field. Don't try to go outside. I know they tried the deep ball, and I think it just might possibly look like a broken play. Saw Peoples downfield, but we know the Badgers doing a great job here with now under 6 minutes to go. 2nd and 8 here left.
2-by-1 on the outside for Uriah Tennett. Hands it off. Inside to the 40-yard line. Isaac Braceno on the carry.
And you wonder when Bob Young decides to use possibly a timeout to stop the clock. You know, the Badgers continuing to make their way downfield, 3rd and short here. You want to stop the clock when it gets to possibly under 5 minutes here, which is about to be.
3rd down and short here. It'd be huge if Bradshaw can come up with a stop. They got to stop this Badgers offensive train right here. 2-by-1 on the outside for Tennett. Trouble with the mesh. He's going to keep it himself. Go left side. Still on his feet. Uriah Tennett weaves his way down near the 30-yard line. And that'll be another Prescott Badgers first down. And he was out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock with 5:06 remaining here in the 4th. Great look at the Prescott cheerleaders there, always doing a great job. Shout out to our sideline camera operator tonight, Mr. Jamal Gumo. Doing great as always. 1st down and 10 now for Prescott from the Bradshaw 33-yard line. 2-by-1 on the outside for the Badgers. Adam Lloyd behind the blocker. Still on his feet. Works his way outside across the 25-yard line. And they'll spot him down at the 24. And a nice run with a nice head of steam and some great blocking up front there by Prescott.
Yeah, Bo Bryce, one of the main tackles there for Prescott, leading the way with him and McGlory, both 6'5", 300-pound sophomores.
Sophomore.
I'm 23, and I'm like barely 6 foot. So to be 6'5", 300 pounds as a sophomore is insane.
That is insane, is right. You probably don't remember, but back in the day, we used to be enamored when we had a 300-pound NFL guy, and now it's commonplace in high school. Shout out to the Associated Milk Producers, I think, for that. A handoff up the field there. Adam Lloyd gets the call. As we are under 4 minutes to play here in the 4th. You can cut the tension with a knife here at Bob Pavlich Field. Coach Bob Young in his 29th year of coaching. Play fake, Uriah Tennett, backside. Nice job with edge contained there for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. And how about it? Gage Benjamin breaking down there and not allowing Tennett to turn the corner.
And that's a big-time tackle because Tennett had a lot of green grass in front of him. He just went to the left side of it, but a huge tackle. I know it keeps the clock moving, but this is a good position for Bradshaw Mountain if they can keep this run game intact and not let them get another first down.
No doubt they have got to hold them to at least a field goal here. Otherwise, it could turn into a 2-score game if Prescott's able to punch it in right here.
And when do you start using your timeouts? You know, you got 2:40 left, 2:30 left in this game. You got to start using it if they're going to keep using the run game.
I would say now. Tennett hands it off. Adam Lloyd. Blockers on the outside. Up the field, across the 5-yard line. And Adam Lloyd finally stopped the play there by Antonio Valenzuela, but not before he rips off another huge gainer there for the Prescott Badgers.
And if they score here, that might be the nail in the coffin, and the Badgers might come with the victory. But again, you got to start shutting this run game down and not letting this drain the clock much more.
Full house backfield here for Uriah Tennett on 1st down and goal from the 4. The stands rumbling here on the Prescott side. They motion one over, hand it off to Lloyd, and he is stuck immediately. Great play there in the middle. And in the middle of the defensive line, Cameron Clancy. Timeout on the field, called by Bradshaw. So we talked about it, a great stop there. Let's take a quick commercial timeout, and we'll return for our final minute 43 after the break. You're watching Thursday Night Kickoff right here on CW7 Arizona. Don't go anywhere.
This is for my fee and other bills, and this is for you.
I can't for the life of me understand why some attorneys charge 1/3 or more to handle an accident case. At Hastings & Hastings, we discount our fee, putting more money in your pocket.
I'm a lifelong Republican, and I voted for Trump twice, but I can't do it again. Trump wants a national sales tax on imported goods. It'll make everything more expensive for regular people, all while giving tax breaks to billionaires.
You're rich as hell. We're going to give you tax cuts?
Kamala Harris is for regular people. She wants a tax cut for 100 million Americans, so we keep more of our hard-earned money. I'm a proud Republican, but this year, I'm voting for Kamala Harris.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
When you've been hurt in an accident, hiring the right attorney can mean the difference between winning $10,000 or $10 million. Call the firm that wins big. Call Sweet James.
20-17, the Prescott Badgers leading the Bradshaw Mountain Bears with a minute 43 remaining here in our fourth quarter as we welcome you back to Bob Pavlich Field in Prescott Valley, Arizona. About an hour and a half north of Phoenix. 2 by 1 on the outside for Tenet. Hands it off to Lloyd. In the middle of the defense. Turning the legs. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. A nice rally to the football right there by the Bradshaw Mountain defense. Diego Galaz, among others, in there for the Bears.
The student section was a little bit too quick to celebrate. As I think even all the Prescott fans here thought, just with the motion he was getting in, that he was in with raising the ball too past the line, but ref called him short. Another timeout for Bradshaw here, and this could be, I think, the biggest play of the game for either side here with just a minute and a half to go.
No doubt about it. If Bradshaw's able to get a stop here, it could force a field goal, and then Bradshaw Mountain would have a little bit of time left, and they would at that point need a touchdown to recapture the lead, but not a whole lot of time to work with. Stay with us. Following the conclusion of tonight's ball game, we'll be joined by our player of the game. He will talk with our sideline reporter, Sam Goodman. But first, 3rd down and goal here for the Badgers. Uriah Tenet, I don't think he got it. He's going to be stopped short. Might have lost a half a yard. So this will bring up a 4th down and goal situation here. What do you do if you're Coach Cody Collette?
I think that's going to be what's on his mind. You might see a timeout called here by Prescott too, just to see what could happen. I think when you got a running back like Adam Lloyd, and then you got guys like Josiah Peoples-Hugh, and then Gunderman, who's had a heck of a game, I say go for it, but you don't know. I think it's going to depend on how the defense lines up too for Bradshaw Mountain, and you might see a timeout called here quickly.
Yeah, they might want to see how Bradshaw comes out, what kind of defensive look they give him. Coach Young likes to run that 3-5, but maybe switch it up a little bit when it's goal line time, and indeed, just as Mr. Parker Garash predicted, a timeout called by the Prescott Badgers. Let's take you around the State 48 for some more high school football scores, as we are about under a minute to play here in this one. Higley and Horizon still close, 24-21. The Horizon Huskies leading the Higley Knights. Brophy 45, Corona del Sol 13. Monument Valley shuts out Window Rock 52-0, and the Globe Tigers all over Alchesay 41-14.
Smart job there by Prescott, though, draining the clock a bit until the last second whenever they could. You got 47 seconds left here, so even if they go for the kick, you're still going to have to kick it off, get it downfield. I don't think Bradshaw's got any more timeouts left either. Nope. So they're going to have to move quick, get the ball out of bounds with passing plays, which is not usually how they play.
So the officials are calling the Badgers back out on the field here. 4th down and goal from the half-yard line.
And they're going for it.
The Bradshaw Mountain Bears got to get low and stay low right here. And we will see what the Badgers come out in the tight I formation. Tanet's going to leap into the end zone, waiting for the call. They give him a touchdown. Uriah Tanet calls his own number right there. And that could be all she wrote here tonight in the 33rd edition of the Crosstown Showdown.
And they have snapped the streak 3 years in a row. They have lost to Bradshaw. And I know it's probably a little bit sweeter being able to win it on your rival's home field. But what a play by Uriah Tanet. Saw that the defense line was just going to collapse and go down. He jumped up, got the ball over, and what a score here for the Badgers.
Johan Gunderman out for the PAT. Tanet will hold. It's up and right down the middle. The Prescott Badgers increase their lead now, 27-17, with 43 seconds remaining here in our 4th quarter. My goodness, what a football game.
And Tanet fired up as what I would
Absolutely.
He has had one heck of a game.
Impressive plays all over the field tonight here for both teams, but Prescott just able to weather the storm there in that 3rd quarter and really exert their will here on Bradshaw Mountain in the 4th.
And the student section chanting, "This is our house," as the Bradshaw Mountain student section is starting to leave early. But what a game this was between these two top schools out here in northern Arizona.
No doubt about it. Johan Gunderman now to kick it away here. Don't forget to stay with us. We'll give you the player of the game here in just a little bit. This one trickles into the end zone for the touchback. And number 44 seconds remaining here in our 4th quarter. So glad you joined us here tonight on Thursday night kickoff on CW7 Arizona. Next week, we will be back in the Valley of the Sun as we will have a showdown at Phoenix College as the Buckeye Hawks travel to meet the St. Mary's Knights on Halloween night. We'll kick off at 7 p.m. We'll be on the air for our pregame show at 6:30 p.m. We hope you join us after you hand out plenty of candy and then get yourself in front of the tube there at 7 o'clock.
St. Mary's, great basketball program over there.
Yes.
Styles Phipps, they're one of their top guards they've had in the school. At GCU now. Go Lopes.
Jackson on the near side, caught, wrestled to the turf there by Johan Gunderman. The clock continues to wind here as we approach 30 seconds remaining in our 4th quarter. Bradshaw hurries to the line. Sanford back to pass, far side. It falls incomplete. And that will stop the clock with 20 seconds remaining here in the 4th. And we look to have an injury down on the field there for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. So that'll give us a chance to remind you, following the game tonight, be sure to stick around for CW7 Prime and their all-new game night featuring Scrabble and Trivial Pursuit. It's entertaining, challenging, and as we always like to say here on CW7 Arizona, it's all good. There you go, Park. You got it, man.
It looks like
the
student section is going to storm the field.
Yeah, this student section is on fire right here in Prescott. The Badgers with a hard-fought game. And no doubt, Bradshaw Mountain didn't go away quietly, but this Prescott Badgers and their weapons, just too much to handle. And you got to hand it to the running game for Prescott, especially in that fourth quarter with Adam Lloyd just getting it done. He might have had 50-plus yards in that quarter alone.
Yeah, for sure. He was a staple in this offense all night long. I think Uriah Tenet, though, being able to get out of the pocket, move his feet, I mean, it's just extremely impressive to see for a smaller quarterback, too, to move like that. But him and Lloyd, and then, of course, Gunderman and Josiah Peoples, those are the four guys that have stuck out tonight. And you saw that they were going to stick out, too, heading into tonight's game.
There you can see the student section ready to storm the field here. As we mentioned, Bradshaw Mountain winning the last 3 of the last 4 contests here. And no doubt Prescott excited to be only 18 seconds away from capturing this one here and getting that very special trophy back in their possession as well here for this rivalry game.
Yeah, and you got to think, too, for the seniors that are in attendance, all they have known is losing to Bradshaw Mountain. So to be in their senior year, to get a win against a rival on their territory, I'm sure it's really exciting for them.
Third down and 5 here for Bradshaw Mountain. 2 receivers to each side. Sanford back to pass. Loads up, goes downfield. It's intercepted by Uriah Tenet. Oh, they say incomplete. He was out of bounds. And now penalty flags fly.
And I think there's going to be a penalty call on Uriah's dad, who is on the sideline.
I think you're right.
Because he is getting calmed down by an assistant coach. I believe it probably is going to be like a sideline warning or something, but I have never seen that before.
Let's see if we can run that back one more time there and see. It was so close, I couldn't quite tell if he was able to get his feet down there on the reception. You see him go up top right there, and Tenet, so close. That was such a bang-bang play.
It looked like he might have got his right foot down.
Might have got one down.
Oh, I was wanting to see the dad's reaction.
No doubt Prescott extremely excited. Sanford gets hit as he throws. The ball falls incomplete. And the clock will stop with 8 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter.
And it's going to be a late hit call, it seems like, on Prescott right now. Sanford took a huge blow. That was from number 49, Cooper Kasem, who we have seen just have a huge game defensively all night long. But Sanford not able to get up right now, and he is not doing well. Tough break for them. Only 8 seconds left here in the game. This is something you definitely don't want to see at the end of a game that's been so competitive and so well played from both sides.
No doubt. You hate to see an injury like that, especially late in the ball game when basically everything has been decided. And the Prescott student section ready to storm the field here. As you see them lined up there and ready to charge out. Hoping those cheerleaders don't get trampled there on the track is what I'm hoping.
Holy. 10-yard penalty, previous spot, still third down.
Never mind, it's going to be on the offense.
So a 10-yard holding penalty there assessed to Bradshaw Mountain. Upcoming schedules here. The last 2 games we've got for you. It's the Halloween Classic coming your way next week from Phoenix College as the St. Mary's Knights host the Buckeye Hawks. And then we will round out the 2024 regular season with another rivalry game. It's the Tukey Bowl as the Desert Vista Thunder battle the Mountain Point Pride. That is always an exciting matchup out there in Ahwatukee.
Yeah, Mountain Point has a heck of a team. Multiple Division I players. They got kids, even freshmen and sophomore right now, that don't have Division I offers yet, but will by the time they're seniors. So that's going to be a heck of a game here at the Tukey Bowl out there on Mountain Point.
You see folks filing out over there on the far side. So we'll go ahead and toss to a commercial break and return to wrap up this one here from Bob Pavlich Field in Prescott Valley. You're watching Thursday Night Kickoff right here on Arizona CW7. We'll be back after the break.
Everybody ready?
May the best words win. That is a nice word.
Here's the question. The ozone layer?
Kabuki.
Picasso? It all comes down to this.
Woo! Yeah! Well played. Now we have a game.
You did it! How does that sound? Darn good.
Scrabble and Trivial Pursuit. Tonight at 9:30 on CW7 Arizona.
This Saturday.
Oh, big push. What a run.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs turn up the heat at Homestead, Miami.
Here comes the pack.
It's a Sunshine State showdown where 4 drivers will move on and 4 will go home.
Side by side down the backstretch. Oh, contact. Big crash.
That completely shakes things up in these playoffs.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs.
Coverage begins Saturday at 12:30 on CW7.
Oh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hitchcock made it cool to be a director.
He didn't just understand filmmaking, he helped develop it.
Saturday at 7 on CW7.
I'm headed back to Smallville.
For what?
To take care of this.
He is going to do something terrible to my family.
I can't just hide.
Do not give up hope, my son.
Loser is going to send his monster. We are not safe here.
Monday at 7 on CW7 Arizona.
Give me a U.S. state with the letter Y in it.
We may not ask the hardest questions.
Louisiana.
But we always get the best answers.
Name the type of music makes you want to get up and dance.
Classical?
Boy, I'm on that elevator. Beethoven, come on.
Family Feud.
Hey, hold up, y'all. Don't press no more buttons. Let me go and get this here.
Weekdays at 4 on CW7 Arizona.
27-17, the Prescott Badgers leading the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. We welcome you back here to Bob Pavlich Field. Should be about one more snap here. They'll hand it off to Jackson on the far side. He'll work his way through traffic. And our final 8 seconds will tick off the clock here as the jubilant Prescott crowd is ready to storm the field and congratulate their Badgers. A big win here tonight over the Bradshaw Mountain Bears by the final score of 27-17. And Parker, it's time to reveal our players of the game.
I think you got to have two, and it, of course, goes to both Prescott sides, and that's going to be Uriah Tennett and Johan Gunderman. They were the 1-2 dynamic duo, it seemed like, on the offense, and being able with Tennett to use his feet and get out in space and run, and then Gunderman, you got the kick return touchdown, you got the 40-yard touchdown pass downfield on, I think it was 3rd and 20 or 4th and 30. So just a heck of a game by both of those guys to help Prescott now get to 7-1, and I'm sure go up the 4A rankings a little bit higher.
Once again, our final score, 27-17. The Badgers get the victory tonight over the Bears. We'll step aside, take a brief commercial timeout, and when we return, we will visit with Uriah Tennett and Johan Gunderman, our players of the game, right here on Thursday Night Kickoff. Stay with us. The post-game show is up next.
When I was 5, I began getting sexually abused by my stepfather, and he got me pregnant when I was 12. "64,000 pregnancies from rape have occurred in states with total abortion bans. And Trump did this. Women and girls need to have choices. With Kamala Harris, we do."
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
You know, in the time it took me to get this coffee, there was most likely a serious car accident here in the Valley. I'm attorney Fred Thomas. I grew up in the Valley. I've been helping injured people in the Valley for almost 20 years.
If you're injured, contact an attorney that, like you, calls the Valley home. And, like with so many others, will get you the compensation for your pain.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, call me, and I'll get you the compensation you deserve.
If you're injured, call Thomas Law.
Prescott Badgers celebrating down one of their rivalry trophy. As you can see it right there on the field. They get the win here tonight after Bradshaw Mountain wins 3 of these rivalry games in a row. Prescott somehow able to come out with a victory here tonight, and big reasons why are our players of the game, Johan Gunderman and Uriah Tennett.
Yeah, those two, like I said right before we went to break, just the two key pieces in that offense for the Badgers. They were able to put their stamp on this game from the jump, and had both an incredible second half, and that's the reason they won tonight.
You know, an impressive first half by both teams. Bradshaw Mountain got the scoring started here tonight. We saw that vaunted running game get off to a magnificent start behind that big offensive line. It was 7-7 at the halftime, and a really good football game here tonight, but Prescott just too much to handle tonight for Bradshaw in that second half.
I think they just had too many weapons on both sides of the ball. Bradshaw Mountain did a great job in the first half, not being able to let Tennett get out in space and run. They were able to kind of suffocate the run game, and it seemed to have changed when it was a tie game at half. Maybe Bradshaw thought they had the upper hand, but it clearly was not the case. And yeah, they were not able to get the win, unfortunately, on home field. But what a win as Prescott gets higher up in the 4A rankings. This team could definitely be a threat when it comes to playoff time.
No doubt about it. The ever important halftime adjustments that we always talk about, no doubt made in both locker rooms, but Prescott able to get the upper hand there in the second half. And the running game I mentioned to you earlier was huge for this team in the second half behind Adam Lloyd.
Yeah, Adam Lloyd, he pretty much led that last drive for Prescott when they were able to score. Of course, Uriah Tennett got the little QB sneak with the pullover, but, you know, he is a huge staple in this offense. Great running ability. He's able to go through pockets really well. And, yeah, he had a great overall game for Prescott.
No doubt about it. So the Prescott Badgers improved to 7-1, and no doubt they will be in the 4A playoff conversation here in a couple weeks when the regular season concludes and the AIA brackets are released. We're awaiting our players of the game, Johan Gunderman and Uriah Tennett down there on the field. Obviously, the Prescott Badgers celebrating, as you can see down there, holding that trophy high there, and that trophy also recognizes the Granite Mountain Hotshots, who unfortunately perished here just a few years ago in Prescott Valley, but gone but never forgotten.
For sure. You know, it's a great trophy, great tradition that clearly the Northern Arizona Valley is having. And, yeah, just a great overall win in time for Prescott.
Let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Mr. Sam Goodman, who is standing by with Johan Gunderman and Uriah Tennett. You can see Uriah Tennett has also captured the Desert Takeover belt there, presented by Arizona's Arizona Bowl, presented by Snoop Dogg. Take it away, Sam.
I'm standing here with Uriah Tennett and Johan Gunderman, our players of the game. Guys, talk about this win as a team against your rivals here, and a big win in the 4A division, Grand Canyon.
It was definitely a historical game, you know, around town here. You know, the end of the town's all closed, you know, just to come watch this game. And being able to come win this game tonight was big and huge for Prescott.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a huge game. We haven't won this game in regular season in 3 years, so it was a really, really big win for us. You know, we know a lot of the players on other teams, so there's a lot of smack talk. There's a lot of competitiveness, and we grinded out and came out with the win.
This is a very hard-fought game. It was really physical in the first half, obviously very close. You guys had the explosive plays at the end that got you through. Talk a little bit about that and how you guys powered through in the second half.
Yeah, definitely we didn't come out the way we wanted to. But, you know, at halftime, you know, we talked it out, and we knew that we could run, and we did that, and we got the win.
You had that kick return for the touchdown to open up the second half. Walk me through that moment, what was going through your mind, and how that went for you.
Well, I had a pretty big mistake in the first half. I had a pretty big drop that I beat up on myself for, and that was my way of getting back at it and proving myself that I need to go at it and flush it and keep going.
Absolutely, guys. It was a big win for Prescott here in the Crosstown Showdown. Joined by Uriah Tennett and Johan Gunderman, our players of the game. Back to you guys up in the studio.
score once again, the Prescott Badgers get the win tonight over the Bradshaw Mountain Bears by the final score of 27-17. Congratulations once again to our players of the game in Uriah Tennett and Johan Gunderman. Both those gentlemen had a magnificent game here tonight, and we had a great time calling the game as well. It's time to close it out here from Prescott Valley, Arizona. Final thoughts, Parker, as we close out the evening.
Just a great tradition, I think, overall from these two teams. It was a great play by both. It was super tight to begin with. Of course, Prescott just got the upper hand at the end, but just a great time for this thing, and I think Northern Arizona football got put on the map for sure.
We'll toss to a quick commercial break and return to wrap this one up from Bob Pavlich Field in Prescott Valley, Arizona. You're watching the postgame show right here on Thursday Night Kickoff on CW7 Arizona.
Donald Trump intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations, to cut Social Security and Medicare, to impose what is in effect a national sales tax. When I am president, I will bring down the cost of groceries. My tax plan will give 100 million more Americans a tax cut. And unlike Donald Trump, I will always put the middle class and working families first.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Prescott Badgers bring home the trophy here tonight in the Crosstown Showdown, the 33rd edition. They get the win tonight over the Bradshaw Mountain Bears by the final score of 27-17. And some good news to report. Quarterback Michael Sanford just got the wind knocked out of him. He's up and about and doing okay right now for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears, so that is definitely good news. For our outstanding production crew on hand here tonight in Prescott Valley, Arizona, from our broadcast partner, Mr. Parker Garash, for our sideline reporter, Sam Goodman, and the rest of our crew here this evening, we bid you adieu. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you next Thursday night at Phoenix College as the Buckeye Hawks travel to battle the St. Mary's Knights. Have a great night, folks, and we will talk to you again soon.